It's almost Mania time, and we're live.
Yeah, we're live, and we got a jam-packed, loaded show here on the Lonely Marks Wrestling Podcast this evening. I am Austin Pez. I'll be hosting things and running the show this evening, but I'm here with my fellow Marks for this jam-packed, loaded episode of the show this evening. Richie Goodacre, how's it going?
Hey, I'm here, and look, I know I need a haircut. So will we know it is. I know it's very fluffy. I'm very fluffy this evening, no, but should be fun. Should be fun. A lot of wrestling. Man, did this pay per view age like a day after, like a couple of days after? Anyway, we'll talk about it.
I don't understand that, but okay.
Yeah, JP, what's going on, buddy?
No, yeah, doing good. Yeah, you guys suck. Been watching a lot of wrestling. Catch up to my level, guys.
Well, I like my sleep too. You know,
I'll sleep when I'm dead, which is probably the next 5 years.
Yeah, that was dark. All right. Anyways, let's.
I'm just joking. I'm definitely dead in the next 2 or 3.
Yeah. So we had a lot to get to tonight, so we won't waste much time. I'll do a very quick fantasy score update going into all the festivities this weekend. Obviously, we got anything could happen following this week. We got a SmackDown, we got 2 nights of WrestleMania and a Raw, so we could have all kinds of big swings. But just a quick update. JPO had 35 points this past week. Richie with 40, Rhonda with 30, and myself with 30. So not a whole lot of points going around. There was a few matches here and there, but not a lot of wrestling going down, a lot of major matches. So your updated totals going into this weekend. I am still back in fourth place with 785, Richie with 895, Rondo with 955, still in second, and JPO with 985. But again, only less than 100 from first to third, 30 points from first to second. So anything could happen this weekend. I do not have any roster swaps available. Richie, you have 1 roster swap available. You are in third place. Quickly, would you like to make any last minute swaps right before WrestleMania?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. Rhonda, she's here. She's over here. You good? Oh, yeah, you don't have any roster swaps either. So, too bad. All right, sorry. It is what it is. JPO, you're sitting pretty with 3 still, but you are in first place. You've got a good chunk of your roster on the actual card itself, but if you'd like to make any last-minute roster swaps, you can do so.
I stand by my roster. I'm not a flip-flop like you flippers.
Okay, all right. And he's standing with it going in. So we'll keep that as it is then, and we will move right along. We'll cover the news fairly quickly tonight because obviously we've got a whole pay-per-view to cover with AEW Dynasty, and then we've got WrestleMania predictions, 2 nights of WrestleMania predictions to get into. It's kind of, we can talk about it a little bit on Dynasty as well, but obviously the biggest news is Darby Allin is your new AEW World Champion following spring breakout. This past Wednesday on Dynamite. He wrestled MJF, kind of cashed in his opportunity, if you will, that he won against Andrade. And then, he came out at the beginning of the show, wanted an MJF, somehow didn't know he was having a match that night. At least that's how they played it. That he was surprised that he had a match, was able to delay it at least till the main event, and then came out there. Sting made an appearance on Dynamite. JPO, didn't he say he was never going to be on Dynamite again? I could have sworn something he said.
Yeah, no, that's definitely been said. Yeah, because this is only second appearance since the retirement, and I think the other one was again another Darby moment. I think on a pay-per-view though.
Well, pay-per-view, he didn't say pay-per-view, but he did say
right, and that was the
the
caveat we made last time. Was like, well, he never said.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, this is totally just shut up and enjoy it moment, because because it does work in the end. But that's why I don't like those never ever things, because look. This is why you don't say never ever.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, Hangman Page is going to get a title shot at some point down the road.
Yeah.
That's almost. I feel like that's even a different than what we're talking about, because that's they should know storyline wise they're going to do that. But this was I would think organically we'll never do that. And it's well, you should do it. This is a perfect moment to bring Sting in for a quick one-off.
Yeah. So
maybe at the time he thought he was more of a Collision fan.
But yeah, so it was kind of quick. MJF tried to cheat real quick, hit a low blow, but then there was, behind the referee's back, Darby was able to get his own low blow. Subsequently, hit 4 coffin drops in a row, very quickly, and then said he was going to win with the side headlock takeover, as MJF has beaten him before, and does the same thing after the coffin drops, pins MJF and wins the world title in Seattle. So in not necessarily his home state per se, but he kind of claims it as his kind of home base for wrestling, at least because he trained with Buddy Wayne in Washington. JPO, your thoughts quickly on the title change? Do you agree with it? What'd you think? Your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm not mad at him, man. Darby is one of those, quote unquote pillars here. Think about it. How many, tatted punk rock skateboarder, 100-some-pound world champions do we have? So it's something different. Yeah, I'm a fan of his. I have been for a while. I could have booked him for a really cheap price that I probably couldn't get for an autograph now. So that's a regret of mine because he was a Florida cat for a little while. But I'm a fan. I thought he was going to maybe take it off Moxley a little while back. I thought they were kind of maybe leading like right off the Everest thing. I thought maybe they could really build off that. But didn't go that route. He got it here. It was kind of a fun way to do it. The very quick match here. I do have a note about maybe why it was done in this exact way coming up here in a second. So, yeah.
Okay, Richie.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what JP's going to say, but I was going to, I don't know. It didn't I don't mind Darby being champion. I like Darby a lot. I just feel like maybe the time was back when Moxley was champion, but obviously he had other engagements wanting to climb the scale, Everest, and all that stuff. But yeah, I just felt like it's cool. I like that Darby a lot, but I get maybe transitional champion vibes, and I don't really like transitional champions that much. It feels like, hey, this is a thank you for all your hard work, but also give the belt back next pay-per-view because we've got other plans for MJF and potentially Will Ospreay. But I don't know, but I'd like to be wrong. If they just pivoted, that'd be nice. But yeah, it was. I liked MJF's response on Twitter. He goes, "He kicked me in the dick. Who does that? Tony Khan, you got to fix this." I like it, and sometimes it's cool to have a title change on TV, and I didn't see it coming. So I totally like. I know Meltzer was saying that the world champion should be like your at least top 3, top 4 guy. I'm like, not necessarily, as long as it's not like you're a lower card dude. Like Darby was always hovering around that area of being a top. It should, if anything, the world champion should elevate him. So, depending
on how you push him, why can't he be a top 3 or 4 guy? Yeah, so
yeah.
I don't. Yeah, this it's not like randomly. I don't know.
He's always hovering around that.
Dude's been around putting on bangers. Yeah. I mean, fucking tag champion with Sting. He's wrestled everybody. Jericho. He's wrestled for the title multiple times.
Yeah, it's not a Jinder Mahal situation where they put the title up.
Yeah, Jinder Mahal. Who? Oh my God, what is it? I think I saw him lose to Sami Zayn on Raw, and then he was like champ a month later, and I was like, what the fuck did that come from?
Yeah. So but it's I get the vibes going to be transitional, but maybe JP has info. I'll change it.
Yeah, and I mean, the actual way they did the match, I get it. I didn't mind that with him getting the payback on the the headlock or turning the cheating against him. I'm fine with that. Character wise, I just feel like this isn't the hottest Darby has been. I feel like it really would have been the hottest. Having him dethrone Moxley, I feel like because that's where the storyline literally was, and that's what the story should have been. I feel like his character's kind of cooled off since then. But I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it. Dude's been there since the beginning with AEW, and he's paid his dues on the company. Yeah, he's always kind of hovered around that main event level, so I don't have a problem with that. I'm kind of with Richie. I do get transitional vibes off of this. I don't see him holding it for that long. MJF will
Yeah.
probably get it back, very sooner rather than later, to set up for, him. And
I definitely,
Will.
no offense, don't see him walking in until All In or All
No,
Out.
I
Rather.
don't see him
All In.
walking
All
into
In.
Wembley. Yeah,
Yeah,
with the
unfortunately.
title, I don't see it. Yeah, so I mean, he'll get his run a little bit. He'll defend it here and there a couple times, and then it might be one and done. So, yeah, I mean,
No, I do agree. Not the hottest moment, but like I'd rather it happen than never happen. So that's why I'm still cool with it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I get it. They're also trying to make headlines for Mania, but for me, like, if you're just doing it to make headlines for Mania, that's kind of silly because the Mania is still going to take all the headlines in a day. So SmackDown tomorrow night.
Well, again, that counters what here, I'll just say it now real quick, just have the full story out there.
Yeah.
I had read that supposedly this was in the works for a minute, that MJF is just simply doing a movie, and then like this times out to where he's going to be gone now for a few weeks or a month and then pop back in. So if that's the truth, then this might just be simply a true timing thing and have a fun, crazy Dynamite moment on, like you said, a Washington episode.
Yeah.
So if that's true, that makes sense. If it's the Mania thing, that's a bit silly. So I like to think of the latter. I like to think it's more of the first one.
I like to think it was, but I also get vibes of like Tony Khan's like, hey, don't forget about us during WrestleMania weekend.
Maybe.
Hey, but that's, you come Friday, Pat McAfee's going to say some stupid shit on SmackDown, and then we're just going to be talking about WWE again. So, it's like people. I feel like people are going to kind of forget about it by next week, but we'll see what happens. So, yeah.
I'm going to be honest. Those four pillars didn't hold up, did it? I mean, obviously Darby did, obviously, with the World Champion. Jack Perry's doing okay.
Am I wrong, or did you say the exact same thing last week?
I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember what I had for breakfast.
I don't know. I could be wrong, but I swear to God, I feel like you did this already.
But with Britt Baker,
you're not wrong though. Yeah, but I mean, like that's WWE hedging their bets. I mean, let's look at the first run of Drew McIntyre. Vince was like, he's the next thing. He really wasn't, and Austin Theory hasn't totally paid off either. So yeah. But hey, I would say 2 out of 4 ain't bad. And technically, the other 2 are still around and could someday be world champions if booked better at some point. They're not totally dead either, which is good.
Sammy Guevara, I feel like some of that's his own doing.
A little bit.
Yeah. That was kind of the main story coming out. JP, I'll go to you for some other tidbits. I think kind of most of the news has been hovering around Mania-ish stuff and things like that. So no, I'll just go to you fairly quickly.
I don't have too much of a ton. We're gonna get to Dynasty, but hey, the Dogs won the trios titles, as we said. That happened on Saturday, technically, or whatever. But I guess we'll talk about the other champ soon. Over at TNA, though, Mustafa Ali is your new TNA International Champion, as well as the System, and Brian Myers and Bear Bronson are your new tag team champions. And then last night on Tubi, y'all got to get on Tubi. Wendy Chu, NXT alumni, won the vacant Evolve Women's Championships. That is the first title Wendy Chu has won. So those are your kind of title changes. Note for this past week. Another little bit of maybe AEW trying to shove it to WWE and TNA, actually, as the Forbidden Door was announced on June 28th, which had previously already been marked for TNA Slammiversary. So you're going to have to choose between Forbidden Door and Slammiversary if you're a fan of both, coming June 28th here.
And real quick note on Forbidden Door. I was just saying it's being promoted as like AEW. It used to be just AEW New Japan, right? It's AEW New Japan, CMLL, Stardom.
And
Stardom,
which makes sense. So, I feel like they even had some CMLL in it last year, so that makes sense. I feel like this could end up coming back, by the way, to bite AEW, because there's even now rumors of like TNA like getting more like special appearances, because it's Slammiversary, so they might kind of want to go all out anyway. And now they got the WWE deal, so like that might end up finding them in their foot if they can get some good like TNA surprises and ahead of time, you know what I mean? AJ Styles is a guest ref, like, or some crazy shit, you know. This was a fun little. I just have a couple of how WWE is greedy notes as well that I always like. They're talking about like the stock reportings and like all the merch reportings. WWE only 15% of its total revenue actually goes to the talent. So 15% goes to the actual hardworking people. So just keep that in mind. Speaking of them being greedy, shout out to Chelsea Green, who was greeted by a fan that she had previously mentioned. He like makes like mock items of hers. He's a big super fan. She goes to sign it. Fucking asshole guard. Oh no, you can't sign right now. And then he walks away, and she fucking goes, yeah, whatever, fucking. So shout out to Chelsea Green. Yeah, fuck you, fucking greedy pricks. I'm sure she was at WWE World, charging $200 an hour later. So come on, a couple autographs here and there, especially for like a super fan that she recognized and has like, look, it's specifically for you, like, or of you, like, come on. Back the fuck off. MJF might be doing that movie, as I mentioned. And then earlier tonight, we're watching the WrestleCon Super Show main event, which was supposed to be Ricochet versus Leon Slater. Like I said, by the way, Leon Slater just not on the card at all. Like I said, they had to pivot, so they just probably just sit home then because we can't afford to just create another match. It ended up being the Demand Ricochet's group against Jet Speed and Michael Oku, and very loud "fuck TNA" chants during that match. Just thought that'd be a fun note to throw out there as well. Also, if you ever wanted to see Hornswoggle teamed with Headbanger Thrasher, that happened too.
I think it's a little unfair to go just 100% fuck TNA and more fuck Carlos Silva, the actual guy who like pulled it. But
but also to be fair,
it's also WWE as well.
Fuck you, I guess you could go fuck you, Carlos. Okay, I was gonna say it's an easier chant, TNA, but yeah, true.
Yeah, I understand. So, anyways, anything else?
I was just trying to look at my notes here, see if there's anything fun like Mania things here. I've watched a couple things already. CCW was there. Nothing crazy there. Of course, Gangrel pop. Shout out to Gangrel, by the way. Still hanging and banging at his age. I just want to give some love to Gangrel.
I think he's a champion.
He's a champ. He is the champ of CCW. He defeated Jimmy Lloyd, actually, of GCW. That was a weird match. Bandito had a great match tonight. He fought a Mexican wrestler, Galeno. That was really cool. WWE was streaming some of their WWE World or WWE Access matches for the first time live, actually, too. So that was kind of cool, too. Jeremy Borash and Robert Stone were calling that. So that wasn't even advertised. So there's even more wrestling to watch than I knew.
Yeah, you posted a thing, and then I clicked on it, and I was like, oh, that's where Fraxium is, just not on my main roster TV. Okay, cool. That's good.
Yeah, Fraxium fought the Monster Machine Guns in a good like.
That's where they are too, JPL, for your
match. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Can't get on SmackDown, but they're on World. Yeah, first match was interesting too. It was Tatum Paxley and Alba Fire, which is a cool NXT SmackDown match. Actually, that's something you're not gonna necessarily see elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was cool. But yeah, still lots of stuff happening here. Of course, on Mania weekend, spring break and everything still hasn't happened.
Yeah, spring break, Bloodsport's still coming. House of Glory's got a big show with a lot of really good matches on that. So
I probably won't watch that. They want a separate fee for that. So
yeah, separate fee. They did have a pretty loaded card for what it was. I think it was like Charles Mason and Michael Oku. They had Bandito.
Oku's been everywhere.
Yeah, Bandito, Amazing Red. Who else they had? Oh God, they had a meaty match. Richie, Brody King and Zilla Fatu on that show.
Oh, okay.
That's meaty good.
That might be close. I don't know Brody's doing much this week, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Hardy's and the Good Brothers. I'm looking at
Charlie
and Charlie, the former Dakota Kai.
Yeah. So they had a pretty loaded show.
Mike Bailey's going to do something. It's unannounced, but Mike Bailey's doing something.
Yeah. So. That could be an interesting one we're checking out. But yeah, Bloodsport still to come. Like you said, spring break still to come. And the cluster, the clusterfuck still to come. So all that's still to come. Before Mania gets popping off. So, all right. So, Richie, you have any quick notes?
Yeah, I got a couple of things. EC3 returned to TNA. There's that thing where there's music on it. Trouble. Eric Young called him out because he was announced to be coming into Rebellion anyway. Eric Young called him out, and they're having a match. I think that's probably ongoing right now.
Speedball versus Amazing Red, by the way. That's the match. Holy shit, that'd be cool. They must have changed Wait, did they change it to Bandito?
For which show?
Because it was Bandito in red, but now I'm reading Speedball in red, so maybe Bandito can make it.
Weird. Okay.
Nope,
Another
I'm
one.
looking at a completely different show on May 1st. Ignore me. It is Bandito in Red, and I'm stupid.
No, it's all right. I can understand the confusion because all
Sorry.
those guys are all over Mania weekend. So it's like,
Well,
yeah, who's
it's
fighting
just
here?
because it's Twitter. They're
Yeah.
advertising both shows, so
Yeah,
like
yeah,
we're
yeah.
looking at two different graphics, just thinking it was a
Right.
replacement. Because that obviously
Yeah.
does happen too during Mania, where like people
Yeah,
getting substituted out. We found that out. We were just talking about that.
Right.
I don't know if they'll actually fully go with this, but apparently R-Truth and Damian Priest's tag team name is Whipper Up.
That is on their T-shirt, so yeah, I don't know if that's an official name. Maybe if they wrestled more, maybe in a Mania match, or they're probably wrestling at the World at some point actually. So, because I think they did say they only showed 2 matches, and they did say like come back later or come back another day or something. So I think they are going to come back like each day, maybe Friday, Saturday.
I could see Damian Priest and R-Truth doing some match on SmackDown. Yeah,
we should say. Yeah, we still have a full SmackDown card.
We should say the Andre the Giant Battle Royal was announced for SmackDown, so that'll be on SmackDown. I see Royce Keys will probably win that match, most likely.
It sounds too obvious, but it also makes too much sense not to do it.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe that's why they shoot. Maybe that's why they kind of rushed his debut last week randomly.
Unfortunately,
at least he's on the roster now.
Unfortunately, any of our guys who are not on the card will probably be in there, aka your Matt Cardonas, maybe even your Carmelo Hayes, which sucks. A few of the people like that.
I was going to say Carmelo Hayes to win, but he won last year, right? I'm pretty sure he won the Andre the Giant thing last year.
Yeah, no, he won it last year, which is the sad thing that like you would hope that would be a propeller, but it wasn't.
Yeah, so that's probably him. Elio, that'd be cool if Elio won, but probably not. But possibly.
I would have said if Danhausen had debuted, Danhausen would have been a big guest too for me, but
yeah, possibly. Apparently Danhausen is going to do something on the show. That's not really that much on WrestleMania, but that's not much news.
Oh, I figure he's going to have a segment somewhere on.
Yeah,
the show.
I mean the fact that he's been on every show since, yeah.
I don't think it's you got to have him do something with John Cena if he's hosting, like somewhere, even backstage, just something, some kind of quick interaction, like maybe he actually doesn't see him or something. They don't see each other. I don't know, something.
Oh,
some kind of back and forth.
That's actually a good call right there. This Cena pops up. I'm happy to meet you. Who said that?
I see me.
I see no one.
I hear somebody, but I don't see anybody.
Yeah, no, that actually, I really would not be surprised. That was exactly it.
Yeah, you got to have them interact somehow, but yeah, I figured it can just be a backstage thing. It doesn't have to be on, in front of the crowd or anything like that. Just a quick, boom, 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 done.
Yeah.
So,
Ring of Honor have a pay-per-view coming up soonish. Supercard of Honor. They did announce Deonna Purrazzo is going to defend her Women's Pure Championship against Diamante. So I mean, it could be a good match. Probably not. Both have I know Deonna Purrazzo has been very open about like not being on TV, not wrestling that much. So yeah, but like hopefully this will be a good match. And I'm guessing maybe, I don't know if more matches have been announced for Supercard Honor yet, but I'm sure more will be announced soon. It should be a good match. ODB is going to the TNA Hall of Fame. The way that they did this was she got announced to the TNA Hall of Fame after a match she lost and took the pin. And I don't.
It's just more of like how scripted wrestling is. We were laughing today. At least twice there was like cheating, throw water in your girlfriend's face, hug. Like what? No, that dude just cheated to beat you. He like fucked over your wife too. Did stuff with her, and then you hugged it out afterwards. God damn it! Stop that.
And after a match that Brian Alvarez called the biggest calamity he may have ever seen in TNA.
I think it was a bad kind of, but it was also I find it very fun. It's fun.
No, he said it was hilarious, but it was just a complete and utter clusterfuck, from start to finish.
But it's a fun clusterfuck. I'll defend.
Yeah.
I dug it to a degree.
Like Tommy Dreamer came out and goes, I thought this was the best. I had to find the best time to do this. I'm like, what? After she lost?
I mean, it is what it is, though. I would say it is technically though the best time to do it, because she's not gonna be on pay-per-view again, I don't think, in a match. So, although it is pretty early though, they're literally advertising for an October induction, by the way.
Yeah. Liv Morgan has a new music video. I guess she's doing
Yeah, that
and it's
full
also
on.
got-
Like I don't know if they advertise or not, but all of a sudden, yeah, during Raw, just fucking, she's just. I was like, oh, this is like a full on. Like I thought it was gonna be like 10 seconds. Like no, trouble. I don't know what it was called. I think she says trouble with the word trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. So EC3 and Liv Morgan have that in common now, and they're both on the news. Trouble. This is random, and I think only maybe. I feel like Piz might know who I'm talking about. You might know, but this is I don't know any details, but I just saw this and I'm like, what? That is the most random thing ever. I got to talk this. Apparently, the band Hootie and the Blowfish have signed a WWE merchandising deal.
What?
What? Was this from April 1st? Like, what's explain?
Like, I just saw on Fightful on Twitter, and he just went. And Sean Rossett.
That's the biggest headline of 2001.
And Sean Rossett just went, okay.
But even in 01, it would have been random. Like, it is more random now.
Yeah.
But like, what?
Yeah.
What is the connection there? Like, I think Snoop Dogg had a temporary deal for like T-shirts and shit. But like that made sense because at least he pops up on TV. What is this deal?
Are they like gonna do some kind of performance this weekend that we don't know about? Like, I don't know.
Maybe? No, who the fuck was?
Well, I don't know.
Who's wacky that would come out to like a Hootie song? I don't know.
I guess
I didn't even know. To be honest with you, I thought Darius Rucker no longer did stuff with them. I thought it was just Darius.
Yeah.
Speaking of performances, I think it's Joe Jonas. I think he's going to be performing.
Joe Jonas, yeah, he's performing the national anthem on night 2. I think I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a tradition. They've had it's technically a cool lineup to put your name on because was it fucking Ray Charles, right? Like early on, and
WrestleMania 2, right?
Yeah. So I'm just saying it's a cool lineup to throw your name on there. You know what I forgot about? The Mania I was at. I totally didn't remember this. I saw Machine Gun Kelly live. I forgot he did somebody's intro. I was like, shit, I can say I've seen Machine Gun Kelly live. I forgot about that because I became a fan of his later, weirdly enough.
When he was a rapper and not like trying to be punk now.
Which is. Shut up. Okay, Travis did drums, and I like that album. Travis from Blink-182 did drums, so that's why I became a fan of his. I was like, yeah, that's a good punk rock album.
Eminem completely like just chased him out of the genre because
he did kind of.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
He's tried a lot of stuff. He also went kind of pop recently too, where he's literally like, "And I love you." No, he's not saying that, but he is doing like dance moves and shit now, like "Good Morning America." He's been all over the place. So he's very much whatever makes money. Which, hey, that's what we all do. And that's your Machine Gun Kelly news of the day.
Yeah. Yeah.
What else?
Yeah. And that's pretty much what I got. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. Well, let's get to AEW Dynasty. We had some news coming out of it and things like that. But yeah, we won't cover every match in detail. We'll just kind of cover the big highlight. We'll just cover kind of the big matches, things like that, the big angles. So just running through the results very quickly. Alex Windsor beat Maria Shafir on the pre-show. The returning Camille out of nowhere. The pre-show return. Of Camille.
I like to think what happened is that like Tony Khan was like watching a preview of Gladiators. And he goes, "Oh man, Camille, she's cool. We should sign her." And someone's like, "She's already on our roster."
Yeah, he pulls up Vince McMahon with Jimmy Yang. She's looking good. What's she up to? She's on your roster, sir. Oh, all right. Well, it was a great wrestling logic too, by the way. If you attack the champion with from behind and throw her into like a guard thing, you will get booked on the pre-show. My mic's shitty. All right, let me see.
Your mic's kind of getting a little crackly, like you're talking through a snorkel or something. Anyways,
I have a better way.
Yeah, but anyways,
Oh, you still hear me? Oh. I thought I muted off. I videoed off. Thank God I was like, "Fuck you guys."
It's okay. Yeah, just be real quick. A random Camille appearance back, and then she went on to challenge Willow for the TBS title unsuccessfully, and then lost.
You get a title shot after attack. That's the thing.
Yeah, again, in AEW, you can just attack people in the back and get a title shot. It's fine. That's what happened. Yeah.
How do I sound?
You still sound like you're in a snorkel.
Yeah, I might just
Honestly,
be
it was a
cooked
little bit
tonight.
better.
I don't know.
Yeah. So it just happened out of nowhere. I don't know. Like you were fine for the first part, and now it's goofy.
How about now?
Yeah, it's right.
Still,
I thought that was all right. But try again. Say something.
How about now, my friends Pez and Richie?
no, it still sounds
All right.
crackly to me.
I don't
Maybe
know.
it's
I might be screwed.
I don't know.
My headset died.
Okay. Oh. All right. Let's see. Yeah, Camille come back. Jack Perry retained his national title against Mark Davis. No big surprise there. Divine Dominion retained against Hyan and Maya World. Okay.
They're a cool tag team, by the way. I was impressed by them. I am in
Yeah.
my world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably the first great match of the evening to open the show. The Young Bucks defeat Okada and Takeshita. Yeah, the story of this one coming out was that Okada and Takeshita, obviously started to work together, and then it broke down at the end. I really like that sequence, Richie. I don't know if you did you see the pay-per-view eventually? Okay, yeah. The sequence eventually where they were trading, quote unquote accidental shots against each other. They're trading, forearms, elbows, running knees. Okada actually hits him with the Rainmaker at one point. The Raging Fire, thing at one point. And then it kind of ends where the Bucks set up Okada for the Meltzer driver. He's out on the apron, goes to jump. Takeshita grabs his foot, to stop him temporarily, and then just kind of goes, all right, no, go ahead. And they hit Okada with the Melted Driver and pin him. And then there was a post-show segment backstage where Callis was with Okada, Renee stops him, yada yada, and then Takeshita walks by and they're like, what happened? Callis like, what happened out there? What's going on? And he looked at Okada and goes, oh, it was an accident. So sorry. It was very funny. This sarcastic, like the way he said it. And just so it was a breakdown there. But yeah, obviously that could lead to some ramifications, Richie.
Yeah, they said he might get a title shot at Double or Nothing, with the international. Was it international champ? I can't remember what title he holds.
I don't remember what titles everybody holds. He's got one of them. Yeah, something like that.
The match was really good. It is really good if you can forgive the fact that there's hardly any tags and you don't know who the legal fucking guy is.
Well, when Rick Knox is out there with the Young Bucks, you know what to expect. There's not going to be any tags.
But the match, Nick Jackson was really good in this match. Holy shit. He had his work boots on. Oh my god! I like the spot where Okada decided to dress up as one of the Young Bucks and pretend to tag himself. And then that spot where Don Callis got involved, gouged one of the guy's eyes, and then wiped his fingers off on the barricade. No, there's some fun sequences back and forth, and that stuff with Okada and Takeshita trading moves back and forth and just getting pissed off at each other was a ton of fun. It's I hope the match is good when they eventually have it. I remember they had another match. It was good, but not as great as we kind of hoped it would be. That first one that they had, because it wasn't like Moxley had the better match a few matches later or something like that. So hopefully they kind of step it up, have a better match this time when that eventually happens. Ricochet defeated Chris Jericho. We all kind of thought maybe Jericho would get the first one, but they had a really good match. Jericho looked great for 55. He hit all of his moves. He didn't look gassed at all. He looked like he was in good shape. Ricochet bumping all over the place for him, but he eventually put him away, and he's doing the lion salt now as kind of a FU to Jericho because he hit it again on Dynamite. So Jericho looked good, Richie. Looked good. And he was very over here, but he should be champion. But it was and he's doing very his gimmick seems to be amalgamation of all the old Jericho stuff. So he's not doing the whole that, but he's kind of doing a version of that. He's got the sparkly jacket, and doing it and everything. And there was one funny botch in this though, and it's not Jericho's fault. It was I think Toa Leona missed his spot where he was supposed to grab Jericho, and you can see Jericho the camera completely gets it. Where Jericho's clearly ushering him over, go grab my arm.
I heard a couple of spots audibly as well, where it was like Jericho was yelling loud spots in this one, like "Stay on me," or something like that, or "Wait a minute." No, at one point they hit something. He said, "Wait a minute, give me a minute," or something like that. Like you could hear it a little bit, here and there.
Yeah, totally forgot his spot because oh shit, he just grabbed his arm. But it was good. That shooting star presence or code breaker spot was great.
Oh he's giving Randy Orton a run for his money on that one, hitting a code breaker out of instead of like an RKO. Yeah, it was good.
That was well timed and really good. I finished. I wasn't expecting, but I don't know. Like I guess Jericho had.
I don't. Sorry.
Done.
Words coming out of my mouth.
Yes, you're good now. You're good now. You're fine now. Yes.
Okay. I'm going through the regular speaker, but I'm hearing through this. I figured out a loophole.
Okay. Yeah, you sound fine now. Yes, you're good. Yeah. I don't know what happened. There must have been some kind of connection.
No, it's not the first time I feel like wearing those because I don't wear those often. But I think because I've been streaming all day, I killed my wireless headset.
Yeah, you might have killed it.
Well, the one I usually play are just dead. I had to charge them because I've been doing shit since like 2:00. So I had to change to these. And I feel like it's not the first time someone's been like all of a sudden like that's why I was like moving the cord because I feel like it's just like one of those like things now where it's like depending on where you move the cord. But anyway,
no, we were just wrapping up our thoughts on the first two. You got any thoughts on the Bucks, Okada, Takeshita, and Ricochet and Jericho, real quick?
Definitely swerved our expectations with Ricochet, but I like Ricochet a lot, despite maybe some of his Twitter comments. So I don't like that. I feel like Jericho, and I think we might have even said this while watching too, is like. Maybe lost on purpose, like, let's show that I'll lose, and I'm just doing the list, and like me, please. But hey, had a good match, so that's cool. And the beginning match was cool too. I mean, Bucks are really good. Confused as where we're going with the Bucks now because I don't want to see them in FTR necessarily again right away, but that's what's good.
I guess that's what I was going to say about the Jericho thing. Is like usually if it was anybody else over that, well, it's just confusing booking. But I guess Jericho has, as we've known has some sort of booking control. So he probably wanted to lose here. It probably makes sense, the younger guys winning. But it was surprising, for sure. But cool. But I don't know. It's probably at that age where he doesn't need to, win everything. So I don't know. I figured like the returning guy would win. So man, that was silly of us.
Darby defeated Andrade, thus earning his shot he had on Wednesday night. Really good match overall. Andrade is getting over, I think, as a babyface, so they're probably good that he'll probably be going full babyface very, very soon. A crazy match without Darby doing too many crazy things, but still them doing some innovative, fun spots. I'm glad they've got. They're showcasing Andrade again and how good he is because he's a very, very good wrestler. So he's getting a chance to show that once again. Oh my God, that spot where they were on the top rope and he did like a flip, backwards off the ropes. They landed into like the crossface. Like that was an insane spot. They did a couple of crazy spots here. We won't go too much in depth on these. If anybody has any quick thoughts, you can throw them out there. So I can go through this. So
I just hope they reward Andrade with a title of some description, maybe relatively soon down the line. It doesn't have to be the world title, but I would be on board with that. But I can see a TNT title right now in the future,
or that national title that Perry has, or something like that. To a degree. Something like that. I think he'll have gold pretty soon. We just mentioned FTR surprisingly defeated Cage and Cope. So Cage and Cope not going over in Canada. Another good match. Just kind of a surprising result. But I think they're building up to some kind of triple threat sort of match between all these guys, probably a ladder match of sorts if I had to guess. I think Tony Khan was going to recreate some old DNC magic, from back in the day. So
I how I feel about guys in the 50s in the ladder.
I know, but they're going to do it. They're going to try to recreate
the spear spot.
Yeah, maybe. So, but yeah, it was still a good match, but yeah, surprising result. As we all kind of thought they would get the rub in Canada. Tekla defeated Jamie Hayter. Big surprise there. The mainly tag team person lost to the women's world champion, who doesn't really wrestle singles a lot. So yeah, no surprise there. As Tekla takes out Jamie Hayter again. Solid match. There's nothing bad here. Kevin Knight is your new TNT champion. Coming out of the Casino Gauntlet. So yeah, we thought it's funny. Yeah, they said they only announced Ciampa and Roosh. I kind of went with the thing, and JPO kind of followed me. If somebody like a Speedball or Kevin Knight, we were thinking like these workhorse guys that could show up, from week to week on Dynamite, defending that title, and he did so on Dynamite. He defended against Claudio. They had a fun little match on Dynamite. So I think he could be sort of that workhorse guy, kind of similar to a Fletcher that could just have those consistently like really good matches, for a little while. So
we'll see. At least your pick was in the match. Brody King went no enough for me.
Yeah. I was happy at least when he came out, and then Knight came out later, and I was like, there you go, JP. He's at least in the match. So there's hope. But yeah. So we'll see where that goes. But he's starting to defend the title.
It could end up. I mean, I could see Kevin Knight maybe turning, or Mike Bailey turning heel at some point, maybe versing each other. But
I can see. Yeah, I mean, I definitely see in the future a Kevin Knight versus Speedball match at some point. For that title, probably on a pay-per-view. That'd be a fun, Double or Nothing or Forbidden Door match, something like that. So I could definitely see that in the future. John Moxley beat Will Ospreay to retain the Continental title. Yeah, pretty brutal match. Yeah, they beat the shit out of each other in this match, and yeah, it ended up being a thing where just Moxley just kind of brutalized his neck. A couple of times they did a pile driver on the steps outside. He hit a couple of like paradigm shifts and things like that. So just to really mess his neck up pretty bad. So he was able to get the win over Ospreay. Ospreay was back in action, here on Dynamite wrestling Hechicero, but we'll see where that goes. As far as that goes, any quick thoughts on any of these? Please feel free to stop me. I'm just kind of running through because we got a lot.
I was just going to say it's probably. I mean, if you're going to work on his neck and I don't know, it's like. It's weird, like sell how and work on the neck and then winning the match, because next week and then but he's in the match still for a few days later. You know what I mean? And it's just like, oh, it can't be that bad. But that means that Hechicero and Ospreay was great. So I don't know.
Yeah, and it looks like after the match. Speaking of that, Mark Davis attacked Ospreay, so I'd imagine next week on Dynamite, Mark Davis and Will Ospreay. But that could be another fun match. One of my favorite matches from 2 years ago was Brody King and Will Ospreay. Getting kind of a meteor guy against Ospreay could be a lot of fun. I think him and Mark Davis could have a fun kind of throw down with some time. So they'll probably get announced for next week if I had to guess. And let's see, right a day after JPL after winning those trios titles, the Dogs, the conglomerate with returning Kyle O'Reilly to get right back off him on Dynamite.
I don't think they. I'm going to assume they may not have meant to because Gabe Kidd got injured, but
that supposedly was done mostly due to that. Supposedly,
they might have called an audible. There's a very good chance of that
because Orange Cassidy definitely looked surprised. But yeah, I mean, if it was if this was planned as question, I'd question that a little bit, just because you're kind of playing hot potato with the titles at the moment. But
if you're gonna play hot potato with any titles, though, the trios titles, do we really give a shit that much really about the trios titles? It is what it is. But yeah, I would hope they would calm down a little bit because how many times did change hands? 4 times or something in the last 2 weeks or something. Yeah, let's calm down a little bit. All right, even if it was accidental to go to the conglomeration, let's give them at least a month with it before you change it again, please. let's hold off just for a little bit and let those guys hang on to it for a minute. And then your main event, MJF defeating Kenny Omega, 39 minutes, by far the longest match on the show. Took their time and did their thing. They did have a great match. It was a good performance from Kenny. He seems to shine when he does these long matches, though. He's used to it, doing these kind of 40-minute bangers. MJF looks great. I think he's just kind of at the prime of his career right now. He's looking really good, having a lot of great matches. there's some good spots. Yeah, the one winged angel at the top was crazy. It was funny because there was like a thing where he hit it. There was no ref. The crowd counted to like 15 or something. Then the ref came out, counted, he kicked out. And then the opening of Dynamite, he came out and bragged. He was like, "Oh, I'm feeling great. I'm the champion. I beat Kenny Omega. I kicked out of the one-winged angel. That thing was weak." Sort of thing. Just like, I'm totally fine. Just doing what he has to do.
There was legit a guy. I mean, he's got a decent following. I'm not a huge fan, so I don't want to give him the press. Turns out it's Alex Well. Anyway, it's called Alex as well. He legit was actually upset that MJF kicked out. I'm like, dude, he was down for 15 seconds.
He was down for like longer than that. It was like 25 seconds. By the time
25 seconds. It doesn't count. It's not like when Okada.
He didn't kick out at the immediate 3 count. Like, get out of here. Like, he didn't.
Yeah, it's not like when Okada kicked out.
Yeah, it's like when they do this in the WWE. Yeah, if there's a lengthy period. Yeah, between ref running down for another count and a guy just having a visual pin. Yeah, that's a whole different thing. He had recovery time. Like that's silly. So it's the thing's still protected. Like if he had hit it and there was a referee, he probably wouldn't have kicked out. So relax. Good finish, crazy finish with him hitting a really nasty tombstone on the outside through a table off the apron. That was nasty, and then pulling it back in for the heat seeker. So getting the win there. JPO, at least your thoughts on the main event here. MJF retaining, but not for long, as we just talked about.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
No, I mean I love it. I love me some MJF. Really good matcher. I would honestly even say it didn't feel that long. So kind of shout out to them on that. I mean good main event. They kind of showed on the Dynamite afterwards. They're kind of licking their wounds, both Ospreay and Omega, and kind of where do they go from here. So some storytelling there. So pretty much good stuff.
I could even see, honestly, both of them being in the Owen Hart tournament, battling it out to see who would be.
Oh, yeah. We did mention because I was watching last year's at the same time. Yeah, the tournament was already underway, so that could be any time now.
Yeah. So, I would imagine, and I mean, they might wait till after Double or Nothing and then lead up to Forbidden Door. That's a very good possibility. I feel like we're a month or a month and a half away from that. But, I think Ospreay will definitely be probably a heavy contender to win that. I could even see Kenny being in the tournament as well on opposite sides. And maybe they meet, again, because that would be a rematch from the 2023 Forbidden Door. If they did that as a main to kind of see who wins the Owen, that would be kind of cool. Rematch that, run that back. To see who gets the Wembley shot. So I could see that happening, and that would be great. And both those guys would have great matches, obviously, in the tournament if they did that. So, Richie, any thoughts on the main? Yeah.
If Ospreay wins it, can he consider himself a champion like Mercedes Moné did?
Walk around with a belt. Yeah.
The match was really good. Yeah, MJF is one of the MVPs in wrestling at the moment. Despite other than MVP himself, he's amazing. But Kenny Omega still goes strong, especially in pay-per-view matches. Like I said, I do think he'll probably get the belt back because he's a guy you want to kind of hitch your wagon to. I think at least at the moment. But it's great match here, and looking forward to where how everything shakes out. But could definitely see Ospreay winning the Owen Hart tournament, and pull out from there. So
just you guys' overall thoughts out of 10 and your final thoughts on Dynasty. I know we're kind of running through it quickly, but it's just because, we got a load of show tonight. So, JPO, your overall thoughts on Dynasty. Any other thoughts you had? Score out of 10, the whole shebang that you got.
I was kind of looking over the card again real quick here to kind of really look at everything. I mean, shit, again, it's AEW, man. I don't even have a bad match on the card, actually. I think that everything was at least pretty decent and pretty watchable here, looking over it. Pretty solid show. Darby and Andrade, I thought it was dope. I like the main event. Out of 10, A 9.1. I think it's a solid show. I don't know.
Yeah, sure. No, that's fine. Richie.
Yeah, like like I said, if you have potential match of the year contender, which I think definitely the first match. I think the first match probably that sort of, I would say is like the best match on the show. Yeah, the Young Bucks match. I think
Evidently, it was 5 stars.
Yeah, potential match of the year candidate. When you have that, you've got to give it like a high review. And yeah, all the show's pretty good. There was nothing that was outright bad. The one criticism I did have that I forgot was the Jericho Ricochet thing. Is I thought the match was a bit too long. I was like, hang a little bit. I'm like, okay, wrap it up. Come on, I'm ready to be
For a return match, it's nearly 20. Yeah, there's definitely little nitpicks like that. Yeah, return. Yeah, that could be cool.
But yeah, no, it's pretty good. I'll give it a 9.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go kind of 8.5 or 8.75 territory. Yeah, I think it was a really good show. I'm with you guys. I don't think there was like a bad match on the show. I do think again it was too long. You could have at least cut 2 matches from the show. Could have cut the trios match. Could have been cut, save for Dynamite. I think you could have had that no problem be on Dynamite, and it wouldn't have hurt the show at all. Even the Casino Gauntlet to a degree, I think they should save that for kind of bigger shows. Save that for Wembley, things like that.
They're kind of killing the gimmick by doing it.
Yeah, they're killing the gimmick by doing it so much. Yeah, they're kind of killing the specialty kind of nature of it. So yeah, if you trim a few things on the show, maybe a few of the run times, I think it would have been all right. But yeah, really good matches overall. Yeah, the Darby match was excellent. The opening match was excellent. The Moxley Will Ospreay, I thought they told a good story in that match. The main was very good as well. So no, I mean, I've never felt like I've regretted. I've rarely felt like I've regretted, spending money for the shows. Like you always deliver with the wrestling. So and you always get your money's worth wrestling wise. So good stuff overall. So if you were disappointed with the amount of wrestling that was on WWE television this week, check out Dynasty. You'll get your money's worth of really good wrestling. All right. Well, then we'll wrap it up for Dynasty. And yeah, man, we got a lot of predictions to do. It kind of feels like AEW predictions with how many matches we're going to predict. But 2 nights of WrestleMania. JPO, I'm going to throw it over to you, and let's welcome Rhonda. She's going to join in on the predictions. There she is. She's going to join us. Obviously, she's the winner. We'll get an extra roster slot, so there's the implications there. But JPO, you are our prediction man. So break it down.
All right, guys. Joe Janela or Brody Lee Jr.?
Brody Lee Jr., he's been looking good. He's been training hard. 14-year-olds getting in the ring. I'm all for it. I think it's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just going to run through real quick. We're not going to go over everything here, but just some of the stuff if you're also interested.
I just love that you've been sitting on that joke for 52 minutes.
I did just bring it up just now for him to share, but actually no, technically the joke happened organically because I said I was gonna bring some extra graphics just to show off real quick. This is the Joe Janela spring break that happens every year. This is Friday tomorrow, 7 I think 10 o'clock for most people. Joe Janela versus 14-year-old Salmon versus the Invincible Person. Against Cougar versus Hayabusa, the second one, not the original. That dude's still paralyzed.
That dude is dead. He's dead.
Yeah, no. Oh, sorry. Loser leaves GCW match between Effie and Allie. We got a mystery or semi-mystery tag: Manson SCL versus Megan and a mystery partner. The Rascals are in a 6-person tag, and then GCW said, "What's that, WWE? A 6-person ladder match? How about 10 with 2 women?" So they got a 10-person ladder match happening on that show. You can see Shotzi Blackheart, men like Doris Bear Bronson, Gringo Loco, and Sidney Akeem, the former Reggie. And then of course also on April 18th will be the immortal clusterfuck, the 2-hour, maybe 3-hour, 30, 40, 70 person Royal Rumble. Whoever shows up gets in this match. I'm pretty sure if I went to Vegas, I could somehow find my way into this match. Mortal Clusterfuck, always an interesting time here. As I said, I'm going to predict one-legged Buff Bagwell. You know what I thought would be funny? One year, I really hope I'm waiting for R-Truth to come out just for fun. I'd be like, is that the Rumble? Not the Royal Rumble? Oh, my bad, dog.
Yeah.
I did that
Yeah.
hilarious.
My bad.
We're gonna have fun over at the Big Gay Brunch. We got Effie versus Xavier Jr. We got Nyla Rose on the card here. We have the Parade of Punishment. Twinks Unleashed is on the card. So there's some fun stuff happening over there. You mentioned that House of Glory show. Yeah, a little more narration of what's happening there. We got Dakota Kai, who's done a lot since then, taking on Shotzi. Bandito Amazing Red sounds dope. Brody and Zilla sounds dope. The Ricky Soso just signed with TNA. Juggalos are out and about, people. I did the math, by the way. In your opening match, the second team, Rock and Roll Express and George South, like I think a month or two off from averaging, or not averaging, but combining 200 years. Everyone's in their 60s. So, and if you add the other team, well over 200 years. So, it's interesting too, though, because they're fighting three big dudes. Those are big dudes: Congo, Mr. Happy, and Beastman.
Yeah, they're huge. They're massive.
Really interesting. Like, please don't murder the Rock and Roll Express or George South here, please. Kamikaze Chaos. I don't even know what that means. Freak Show tag. You got Clowns versus the Outbreaker Zombies, by the way. So if you ever wanted to see Clowns versus Zombies, that's happening on this show here.
They're fun.
And the Outbreak's good too. Like, they don't drop character. Like, they're in Walking Dead mode the entire time. It's actually kind of interesting if that's your way here. 6-man scramble for the American title. Hey, look, Charlie Haas. He's around. That's cool. Let's see here. Women's title on the line. We have a 6-person tag. Rob Van Dam's on one team. The Good Brothers of Kenta on the other team here. 4-way elimination for the title here. Looks like we got EC3 is just your ref. Matt Riddle, Cocaine. That's Kane if he did coke. Nemeth and Caleb Conley. And then in Vampiro's retirement match, Vampiro as well as Sandman retiring supposedly this weekend here. Vampiro versus PCO versus Big Vito. That's right, folks. Big Vito has somehow had one of the most interesting years in 2026. Did you figure that out on your bingo card?
Big Vito, who's 60, by the way.
Also an older cat. Yeah, absolutely. Also, shout out to Kid Cadet, ring announcer I see here. I didn't even notice that. Kid Cadet's awesome. I've worked with her. Bloodsport, got some fun stuff here. Eric Stevens on the card. Shayna Baszler and Natty. Pete Dunne and Takeda. And then Josh Barnett himself will be wrestling Eugene Agata, former WCW star. And yeah, that's just kind of ones I want to go over here. The other stuff happening as well over the weekend. Trailer, Title Match Network, yada, 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 yada.
Yeah, if I could squeeze it in, because I still have a lot of stuff this weekend. I don't know. I might plunk down the money for that House of Glory show and do a watch along if you guys want.
Hey,
so at some point.
Yeah.
Now it won't be live because it's literally going live right now, literally right this second.
Well,
so it just started at 11 p.m. 8 Las Vegas time. But if I do a replay Saturday or Sunday, maybe I'll throw a link if you guys. Because that looks like a damn good shit. God, it's almost. Yeah, I love my meaty matches, man. That Brody Zilla Fatu match is too good to pass.
I think I was right. I think that's the only Brody match for the weekend. So
yeah, but Bandito Red sounds fun. Michael Luku in the main.
This is pretty much a Red exclusive, by the way, because Red only does House of Glory for the most part.
Yeah. So, but it looks like a solid show. So, anyways, but let's get to the main event.
Long hair. Hold on, what's going on with my hair? What the fuck is going? Okay, I gotta cut that later. I just had the match graphics where it's everyone here. We'll build them up here. First hour on ESPN. We got the 6-person tag. I believe they said this will open up. I believe is what I had heard. So yes, I Show Speed will set off the tone with Austin Theory and Logan Paul against LA Knight and then the Usos. You know what my quick side thing too on this is, since the SmackDown tag titles don't exist, put the fucking titles on the line. Why not? I mean, we've had the world title on the line and like a tag. Why can't we have a tag and a 6-man? I'm just saying. I think it'd still be a little more respectful if we at least made them seem like they matter. I'm just gonna go with the celebrity winning here. They're kind of more of a team, and I suspect actually they could be a better heel because I actually don't think he's that great of a person. So, Richie.
Well, neither is Logan, so he's got good. He's in good company.
Weirdly enough, I like Logan as a human better. Yeah, I said it.
Huh?
I think Logan's a better person. I think I Show Speed's fake on top of being a bad person. So it's a double whammy.
Fair enough. I I don't know. I feel like I could see the celebrity winning, but I could see. But also LA Knight and Usos. Like, I mean, LA Knight and Jimmy don't get along that well. I mean, Jay don't get along well. Jay had a fight, by the way, with rapper from the 2000s, Cameron. It was fake, but it was fake. Check it out on the stream. Just tough. Yeah, I'll go Theory, Paul, and Speed.
All right. I'll go to Pez's around the left of the screen. Pez.
Let's go to Rhonda first. You can go to Rhonda.
Right.
She's our guest. Let's go to
I see
Rhonda.
left to right, but all right.
I know. Let her. Well, usually, what my logic is when she's on tournament fights, so let her go before me. So
No, it's all good. Whatever.
Yeah, Rhonda, go. Yes.
I'm gonna go with the Usos and LA Knight winning this. I don't see
She still doesn't know how to pronounce his name. I show speed. Yeah.
I don't see him winning it. But he's gonna put on a good performance though. So, but yeah, I go with the baby faces on this one.
Yeah.
I hope you're right, but Pez.
I'm also going to go with the baby faces getting the win on the opening. I'm going to go with you, Usos in LA. I think I could. Man, wouldn't it be ironic? And would the internet explode if I show Speed pinned LA Knight? Oh my God, the internet would explode. Jesus.
That's why they might win because WWE wants that.
I think I show Speed will have a few good spots. But I think Usos will win to kind of set up another match between them and Division, sort of a thing. So to try to get the titles back. So maybe a backlash. So I'll go with the Usos here.
Hey, we are 50-50 on that.
Yeah.
Unsanctioned, even though it's getting filmed and produced and on.
Yes.
Drew and Jacob though it might be a fun one though. I think Richie.
Mm-hmm.
Wrestling in general, start with this unsanctioned bullshit. It doesn't make any sense. I think I'm going to go Jacob Fatu here. I think it would be a big win for him, and hopefully, he's getting over, and hopefully we'll bolster him up the card, and hopefully, get him like a world title opportunity come up here soon. Because I still think that I think he will be champions at some point soon ish. So I'll go Jacob Fatu.
Rhonda, what you thinking?
Jacob Fatu is going to win.
Mm-hmm.
I think he needs this, and I think he deserves it. So anybody beat Drew.
Pez, you gonna third it or you disagreeing?
Yeah, I'm gonna third it. I think they need to continue to push the kind of new crop of stars, and putting over. Yeah, we'll talk about that throughout the show. There's some opportunities to kind of make some stars, make some WrestleMania moments. I think Fatu is going to be one of them. Give him a shot. Let him have a big moment, get a big win, and hopefully by this time next year he might be even in a title match or something. We'll see.
Well, I think. Yeah, I'll probably go with Fatu as well. I think there's a world depending on what they're going to do in the future with both these. Drew did lose. Did he lose last year or did he win last year?
I can't remember.
But anyway,
was it the Damian Priest thing? He won and then lost.
Oh yeah, he won and then Damian Priest cashed in.
Yes, that's why I was thinking. Maybe Drew, if they want to do that kind of booking style. So, but no, in the end, I'll agree with Fatu here. I'll say that's on ESPN2, by the way, if anyone has that. I was about to say Ruther. Mix their name. Seth Rollins, Ruther. Rhonda?
I like that. That's pretty good, Ruther. I'm going to go with. I do believe he's going to win this. I think Braun Breaker is going to cost Seth the match. I think Braun Breaker is going to show up.
Yeah.
Ooh, Pez.
Yeah, I predict a outside running spear to Seth Rollins at some point in this match around the corner because Braun's cleared, so I don't see why he wouldn't be involved in this somehow. And Gunther, you could still that way keep him strong while still giving some storyline backing for the future, get set back to Braun kind of where he was kind of supposed to be for WrestleMania. It's kind of a audible here, but still it should be a good match. But that way you could have Gunther win, and he's going to cash in his favor, I think, on Paul Heyman and start setting up for him and Brock at SummerSlam. So I'm gonna go Gunther.
Well, shit, I'm glad this worked out the way it did because I was gonna go Rollins, but I think you guys debated me into it. No, I think everything you said. Yeah, supposedly Braun's cleared, and that can because that can still technically keep Rollins looking strong. If he loses kind of by shenanigans, and yeah, if Gunther's about to do something big, like I don't think you really want to kill Gunther from Wrentham anyway. So I was legitimately torn on this because I feel like you kind of want to save both of these guys in a way, but yeah, shit can happen. So I'm gonna go Gunther officially as well. Richie?
Yeah, also, Brock's talked about retirement potentially this year and SummerSlams in Minneapolis. Just putting out there. I think Braun's gonna cost Seth. He'll come out. The masked man will come out, even though he doesn't need to be masked, but WWE like that masked man. And they'll be like, "Who's that?" And he'll steer it.
Who is that guy running 40 miles an hour around the ring and spearing, doing a leaping spear?
Got a hoodie. We have no idea.
I'll go Gunther to win.
Yeah, that's a clean sweep on that match here. As we talk about the women's IC title match, AJ Lee against the Mountain Becky Lynch. Pesna?
Yeah, I think you go Becky here. Again, AJ, is still kind of part-time. I don't see her doing this long-term. She got her spot to shine a little bit. We're not in Chicago right now for Wrestlemania, so I think you put it back on Becky, get it back into regular contention here, and maybe they'll work around somebody else on Raw. So, I think you put it on the more full-timer here. You go Becky. Back to her.
It's me. Me. I'm gonna go with Becky as well here. I think you go with I think you just said it, the full timer. That we can be back on TV and pay per view because I think AJ's still kind of keeping that tight schedule for now. Just kind of 50-50 this thing up instead of having her lose 2 singles matches in a row to AJ. This means this AJ photo look weird. Anyway, Richie.
Yeah, it looks like it was AI manipulated.
It looks like AI's version of AJ almost. Like it doesn't look super AJ-ish.
Yeah. I think because she's the history there of her doing up challenges, I think this is very elaborate, but I don't get it, so it could go wrong. But I think AJ's win here, she'll do an open challenge on Raw the next night. And it'll also be someone, I don't know who, but it'll be someone from NXT. Someone from NXT will beat her for the Continental title. But she's done open challenge, like a kind of like a almost like a play off the one when she lost her Paige for the women's title. I don't know. I could see that happening. They like to replay stuff. So I'm gonna be different and go AJ.
Okay.
All right. Rhonda.
I'm going with Becky Lynch. AJ's part-time. I agree. So, I think Becky's going to win it back.
Okay.
Yeah, nice there. Looking the man mostly. We got a couple options here. In fact, we got 4 options. Women's tag titles online, fatal 4-way, so not eliminations. One fall looks like. Your current champions. We got Nia Jackson, Lash Legend. We got Charlotte Flair and Alyssa Bliss, Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, and the Bellas, Nikki and Brie. I don't know if it's actually been completely confirmed online, but no one's ever said they're not in it, so they're in it for now.
JPA, let's see on you.
All right. I was saying kind of with our friend Jacob in the chat here, I was leaning towards Bayley and Lyra. I think Charlotte and Alexa would be cool, but like we've seen it, I don't want the Bellas to win it. And I think let's just have a fun face title change here. Why not? I think I like Nash and Nia and Lash. Nash. I think if this wasn't Mania, I would maybe even argue let him keep it longer. But because it is Mania, let's have a moment. Let's do something different. Bayley got kind of screwed over last year, if you remember too. Like that's why I was thinking about Drew earlier because Bayley got kicked out of a match for someone else last year. Lyra also needs a good Mania moment here, so that's where I'm leaning towards. Baylaria. Richie?
I don't necessarily want to see the Bellas win either, but I think they're going to. So I'm going to go. I think because they're kind of I think especially TKO, they like the big names outside of wrestling. Bella's are decent names outside of wrestling, especially Nikki. And yeah, I think they're like it sort of, I don't know, I guess makes sense in that regard to put the Owens titles on them. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Bellas.
Nice. Rhonda?
I also was going to go with Lyra and Bailey because I think they need some new people to become the tag team women's championship. So that's who I was going to pick.
Bez?
Yeah, I think it's kind of between the Bellas and Bailey and Lyra here, but yeah, if I was booking this, I would easily go Bailey and Lyra because yeah, if it's a nice full circle thing from last year. Yeah, Bailey, fired up about getting kind of screwed over last year. Teaming up with Lyra and making their own moment this year, coming out on top. So that's where I would go. I do think the Bellas could be the dark horse in this one, but I'm gonna go with Bailey and Lyra. Although I would not be surprised if the Bellas take it. That's for sure. So yeah.
Couple options there. That's your middle row Saturday. Couple more for Saturday. We got Stephanie and Liv for that women's world championship. Richie?
I think I haven't minded the build of this, by the way. I think Liv's proven that she's kind of big star, and I like her. I've been enjoying the progression. Yeah, like she's one of those women that's definitely progressed, and has become a big star. So I'm happy for her too. I think she gets her Mania moment here. I don't think she beats Vakur. I think Vakur will get the title, but at some point down the road, she's established herself. She's quite over. But I think it's Morgan's time. I think give it to Morgan, and hopefully that nod on her head heals up soon. Because that was, I keep thinking about that, how brutal that was. But yeah, I'll go Liv Morgan. I think
Rhonda?
I'm going with Liv Morgan too because I think that Roxanne and Raquel is going to show up and help her win it. So there you go.
Bez?
Yeah, I think Liv coming out of this one as the winner is kind of more interesting storyline wise because you've already got something set up with the other two ladies with Raquel and Roxanne kind of, and they could toy around with them, kind of all feuding for it within the Judgment Day. So I think there's just more like story possibilities coming out of that, and I could see even like Raquel going face at some point a little bit, maybe taking on kind of Roxanne and Liv, being kind of the outsider there. So it's just more story opportunity. Stephanie will come back and she'll get back in contention at some point. I can see that, but yeah, I'm gonna go Liv as well.
Yeah, baby, clean sweep for my girl Liv. I mean, again, no knock on Stephanie, but I want Liv to have a nice Mania moment here. I was happy when she won the Rumble. I want her to finish that nice little, doubled head there of Rumble win and then a Mania title win. So I'm all for that.
Right.
And then hey, there's Pat McAfee versus Cody. I mean, Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. Rhonda.
Well, Pat McAfee walked out of SmackDown with the title around his waist, so on his shoulder, you think it was Pat versus Cody. Yeah, going into WrestleMania.
Cody, by the way, went to Pat McAfee's studio and smashed the shit out of it and got the title back.
Yeah.
So he will walk into Mania with the title.
So yeah, he's gonna walk in and Pat's gonna face him at Mania. I'm assuming, right? That's the match. Yeah. Okay. Good.
Why not?
All right. Cool. Yeah. Randy's in the corner. All right. Anyways.
Okay, so I was torn, but I sat and thought about it a lot today, but I'm going to go with Randy Orton on this one. I was going to go with Cody Rhodes, but I had to really think. And I was like, well, yeah, Randy, he's going to go for number 15. So, yeah, I think Randy Orton's going to win.
Ooh, shit, Pezzeru?
There's something interesting here where I think, it's leaning towards Randy's going to win number 15 and get his moment. And there's this whole internal strife between, it seems like, Triple H and TKO, them shoehorning Pat into this thing and, trying to screw with them. It's because it seems like even Triple H is just not excited, does not want anything to do with this. Cody's not anything to do with this. There's a way where they could stick it to TKO in this match and in the ring call the fucking audible and have Cody go over and retain his title and screw this whole McAfee thing up right there in front of everybody, and there's nothing TKO can do about it. They could do that in the ring, just between Triple H, Randy, and Cody behind the scenes and make that happen. And fuck it, it's gonna happen. Cody's gonna retain the title here and fuck over TKO in the middle of the ring, and they're gonna say, "Screw this Pat McAfee nonsense. You shoved it down our damn throats." And you know what? Cody's gonna win clean in the goddamn middle of the ring, and Pat McAfee, you gotta fuck off. You don't get your tag celebrity match at Backlash. Go screw yourself. So, and he's gonna force TKO's hand and tell them to go fuck themselves here. So, I was gonna go Randy, but screw it. I'm changing last minute. I'd say Cody wins and fucks this whole Pat McAfee thing right up their ass with that in the middle of the ring.
I think you're adorable, but I think there's zero chance of that happening. No, I don't think there's 0% chance of Cody winning. I just don't think anyone has the balls to do that because then many people will just lose their jobs.
Who loses their job here? Who?
Creative, Triple H, somebody. The heads will roll if they completely defy TKO, and don't even tell them they're going to defy. Like if they stood their ground, maybe. They're not going to do an audible and be like, "Fuck you."
I think he's on the way out anyways, so why not?
If that's the case, then but it's Cody. You know what I mean? Like, and then the next guy that's in charge.
Who are you going to fire? Who are you going to fire? You going to fire Cody? You going to fire Randy? You going to fire your two biggest stars in the company?
You can dog them booking. I don't see them doing an audible. I don't get not telling the higher ups. I don't see that. I don't. It'd be cool if it happened.
Is Ari Emanuel booking the show or is Triple H booking the show?
Still, I don't see them all lined to the higher ups. I don't think anyone's doing that. And I'm going with Randy. I want to see. I actually do. I don't care about Pat McAfee to a degree. I also don't hate him. Again, this is not Travis Scott, so I actually don't totally hate Pat McAfee. I'm weirdly one of the least angry about him. And I want to see Randy win the title again. Why not? The dude deserves one more run. So maybe Pat McAfee can get beat up here at Mania, get taken out, or at the next SmackDown, and we just focus on Orton. That's what I would like to see. Richie?
Yeah, I don't know if Triple H is on the way out necessarily.
I was doing that. So yeah, that's also true.
But yeah, still think he has passion for it. It's just but I do see them in a way hey, we're not going to be bullied. That I think there'd be enough further there, enough blowback that I think his job would be sort of secure, and then there'd be some agreement. They're hey, we can have celebrities here now and again, but don't. We're sick of you, especially Cody, because they fucked with his main event 3 times now. So I don't know. I don't think it's that far fetched what he's bitching. I'm going to say Cody just for maybe not necessarily because I think maybe it's the plan finish, just because of I think maybe they have changed finish just because of all the blowback they've received, and hopefully they've been look, we've got to put Cody over because this Pat McAfee Randy Orton thing's not hidden, and hopefully I'm hoping Randy Orton gets I do want to see Randy Orton get 15, but maybe he gets it at a maybe a subsequent pay-per-view down the line, and he would have got it here if they didn't kind of muddle up the storyline with Pat McAfee. And I guarantee you Jelly Roll's doing a run in at some point in this match too.
You know why? Because Cody's gonna yell out, "Somebody save me!" Yeah, that's a Jelly Roll.
Yeah. And or he hasn't come out, and he's like, "You said you were going to come out. You're nothing but a liar." Get it? That's another Jelly Roll song.
I didn't get that one. I don't know the song. You know nobody. Yeah, you're right. I heard it.
Okay, Cody Rhodes wins.
Shout out to Cody, by the way, in the Guile haircut at a press junket recently.
Yeah, that full trailer dropped, by the way, a full trailer for Street Fighter. It looks ridiculous and over the top and exactly like a video game, and you know what? I'm for it. So
from that press junket, I learned that the director, the reason Eric Andre's in it, it's from the co-creator of the Eric Andre show. Which if you've ever seen that show is chaos it's
Yeah.
chaos. So
Yeah.
I could see him being like, we're gonna hire wrestlers, hot chicks, crazy action scenes.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we're doing it, baby. Like we're gonna beat up the car.
Well, it seems like they're going over the top for like
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat 2. Also, like they're just leaning into the video gamey shit, like which is
Yeah, man.
what everybody wanted in the first place. So why not? Why not just do it? You know, like Mario leaned into just the fan base of Mario, and it worked for them. So you know, it's making money. So why not?
Oh, yeah.
And like, it doesn't have to be realistic. It's based on a silly video game. You know, it's fine. Yeah.
Know your audience. All right, I shared the night 1 graphic again. Here's the night 2 graphic.
Yeah. No, you're good.
That looks familiar. All right, Randy versus Cody. What do you guys think is gonna?
You know, man, this TKO thing. It's you know, this thing.
So unless they change, there is one last night, one last match on this night.
You put Leo in there.
1 hour on ESPN, maybe. I'd rather something else, but yeah, it's possible. So yeah, we got one first hour on ESPN here. Intercontinental title on the line. Dragon Lee, Rusev, Rey Mysterio, JD McDonough, Penta, and your boy Javon Evans. All right, where we at?
I have no. Okay, so Richie went last. So
it's Ronda then.
So Ronda, no, that means if Ronda went first, Richie went last. It's me first. Yeah,
All right, go for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just stalling because I want to think. As long as it wasn't
no, it's fine. I'll give you a minute. I know it's not going to be Rusev because he beat the shit out of everybody on Raw, which is a clear indication you're not winning on Sunday.
I said that.
Rusev.
I was like, "You're looking too strong. You're fucked.
Too strong. You're fucked." I don't see JD. I love you, buddy, but it's not you. Dragon, you just got added to the match. It's not you. And Ray, you don't need it, so it's not you. I think most people will concede it's coming down to Penta and Javon, and it depends on if they pull the trigger of giving Javon a big WrestleMania moment this early, or if they save it for a little bit. I think it's kind of a 50-50 thing here. I think he's going to try to steal the show 100%. I am sensing a cutter like off the ladder, like that fucker's gonna jump 85 feet in the air and come down with a cutter.
Money on the line. Yeah. There's a cutter off a ladder.
Yeah, he's gonna go out of his way to be extra bouncy and extra insane for this match and make some moments 100%. I think he's gonna make the moments, and it's what people are gonna remember about the match. In the end, I think Penta retains though, so I'm gonna say Penta retains. Despite all that, he sneaks out with it, hangs on to it, and then I wouldn't mind then seeing Penta and Javon like in a one-on-one down the line, just in a great like 20-minute like one-on-one match, one-on-one. So, but I do think Javon is going to try to steal the show. That's 100%.
Copy and paste a lot of what you said because I mean Rusev unfortunately looked too strong on Monday, so that's always a bad sign. Dragon's there because he can probably do some cool shit, but I don't think the momentum's necessarily there for him to win. JD's also just like a workhorse that I think is well respected, so
he's going to take some big bumps. He's there to bounce around, take some big bumps.
He's a big bumper too. Yeah, he's there to make somebody look good. He's in there for that. Ray's in it because he's a legend. Doesn't need it. We're down to 2. We're down to Penta and Javon. I'm personally going with Javon. I'm going to go the other way because I look similar to the women's tag title. The pop of Penta winning. Cool. We like Penta. We've had it. We're happy to continue. The pop of just like the fresh new kid, I think that's a huge pop that I think will be even bigger and better. And again, kind of like the women's tag, like I'm not necessarily. I don't want them to lose like next night on Raw, like Matt Cardona style. Zack Ryder winning, and then just pop both back to the Miz. But like it doesn't have to be like you said. Have a great rematch with Penta, maybe a month or 2 down the line. Give it back to Penta if you want to continue his momentum. But I do think that first just huge pop of, and to start off so hot. This is probably, again, the first, if not second match stops. So.
I know they've already said Oba's opening. Oba and Brock is the first match.
It's the second match. So second match. So we're ending the first hour. We're ending the first free-ish hour with that way. So, yeah. Richie?
Yeah, I was hoping you wouldn't mention Matt Cardona because that was just going to be my joke answer. So it wouldn't land as much now because you mentioned it. Like Matt Cardona is going to make an appearance and win this match randomly.
I'd be all for it.
Brock Lesnar's going to get pissed after he loses to Oba. He's going to run out and steal the Intercontinental title, climb the ladder, and just take the whole thing and walk away.
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
Mustafa Ali will come in the match. He's like, I'm entering this match. And he's like, no. And then he's like, I've got the belt. And then Brock Lesnar's going to come out and he's like, not again. And anyway, my actual prediction. I would like JD McDonough to win. I'm a huge fan of JD McDonough. I think like you said, I think it's down to Penta and Javon Evans. Though I'm going for Penta to retain. I think that I don't know. I feel like Javon will probably. I think Javon will win it in not maybe a one-on-one setting. I mean, I love if Javon won, but I don't know. I just something tells me Penta's reign is going to last a bit longer.
All right, it's a little split here, Rhonda. Who you with?
I'm going with Javon because I think fresh faces, and I think he's going to win. I think he's going to be a surprise win. So.
Yeah, a little 50-50 there. We all agree, though, that it's down to 2.
It's pretty much down to 2. None of us are going to anybody else.
You know what, though? I would be totally gobsmacked if it was like Dragon Lee. Like, just like, hey, fuck you guys. Because, like, I feel like Zack Ryder was a pretty much like a let's swerve the audience.
Hey, don't get me wrong. If they end up putting, and we'll talk about it overall, if they end up putting all the new faces over Fatu, Javon, we'll talk about Trick, Oba, like, and go full on like new star, I'm all for it. I'm not against it at all. You know what I mean? Like,
no one's mad if Javon wins.
I'm not going to be mad at all. I'm going to be like, oh shit, man. Good for
I'm also argue too, like, if you are going to give Javon a win, like, this is the kind of, like, especially over Penta. Like, I don't think Javon's going to take out Penta in a singles match, but I could see him being the lucky guy in the ladder. So Brock and Oba, talk about some meaty madness here. So first match of the night. Again, let's start off hot. Brock is supposedly on his way out, which I'm not mad against. So Oba, I want Oba. I hope Oba, and Richie.
Brock looks weird there. It's like he's got hair growing out of his ears. But yeah, I think there's not many matches where it's a case where someone needs to win. I think Oba needs to win this match. Brock, there's no reason why Brock needs to win this match. That does nothing for Brock, and it would just hurt Oba. Oba needs to win this match. I think like he's the most Oba like new guy they have. I think you push this guy to the moon after he beats him. Like I think listening to you now, I think he'll be champion. He's like. That promo he got on Brock, man, he's gonna be a huge star. Like I being more like confident. They've got money within over Femi, so I'll go over Femi.
All right, Rhonda.
Yeah, this is the match that I am looking forward to the most because I like Obafemi, and I know he's going to win this match because he is over with the crowd and everything. So yeah, he's definitely going to win.
Pez, you with us or are you against us?
No, I'm with you. I mean, I could see people being trepidatious about WWE booking, and just like stopping somebody's momentum, right in the middle of it and being like, Brock wins. And so
she's not wrong. He doesn't need to win this, but then again, he's won many matches.
Then again, it's WWE, so don't ever doubt, their shit to do. But at the same time, I think Brock is even in those little moments at the Rumble, like just being like, hey, just eliminate me. Like I think he's willing to do business right now. Like he knows like he's not, and he's always going to be an attraction. Like he'll still be an attraction, if it comes back to SummerSlam and he's wrestling Gunther. Like he's always going to have that aura of being like this beast, this conqueror, like, being a main event guy. He can lose to Oba here. They can have a meaty, just crazy brawl, throwing each other all over the place and like still look really fun, be great. And Oba can still win clean in the middle of the ring. It's not going to hurt him overall. Every time Brock, like he can leave for a little while, and when they hit his music 2-3 months from now, it's still going to get a big pop. He's still going to get a reaction. You know what I mean? Like it's not going to hurt Brock. Like he will always be Brock. So yeah, you have to have Oba win here. You are going to make a star with this performance. He's super over with the crowd. And yeah, you need to push the new guys. And he's one of those guys that he's there. They're treating him like a star on TV, and he needs to win this match 100%. You need to open this night strong. Oba's got to win.
All right, now everybody do the Oba dance. Come on. He's got it. All right.
Yep.
Let's talk a little bit about the Demon and the Dirty here. Finn Balor, Dirty Demon and the Dirty, baby.
Yeah.
Richie, what you thinking?
It's just like we make a joke that we try to we predict Finn Balor and he always fucking loses. He's not the greatest on paper, but it is a Demon. I think it has to. I just feel like he should win here. I love Dominic Mysterio, but he's also over a lot as well. I think he's over to the point where it doesn't hurt him to lose. and but yeah. So I'm going Finn Balor and the Demon, but I don't think this is going to be the one and done. I think they're going to have more matches in coming pay-per-views, and then Dominic Mysterio probably win, if not both, at least one of those. So yeah, I think this will be like at least a 3-match series. So I'll go Balor.
Rhonda.
I had never seen Balor look like that before.
She's never seen the Demon thing, so she was like, "What is
Demon
this?" I'm like, "It's Demon Balor." Like, I'll have to show her like an NXT where he did it or something like that. Like I'll have to show her something like that.
But I said this is gonna be an interesting match. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Finn Balor on this because I want to see him like.
Yeah, you'll get his classic entrance, and I'll show her like with the lights. And
all you're gonna say, don't show her anything. We'll just do the Mania debut or like.
I'll let her just kind of see it. Yeah. So
no grander stage than that, really. He might do cool. So
and I'm the same way. I don't think you bring the Demon out just for nothing. Like they're building it up, and oddly enough, I think Finn kind of needs this win. It's been a long time since he had like a big pay-per-view win, like a big moment. And if you remember, Dom had a moment last year. Last year he won, remember, the IC title like in a big match. He was over in that multi-man match. He won. He kind of had his WrestleMania moment last year. It's fine. Yeah, he could always he'll be okay. He'll pick it back up and win something back. But yeah, you don't bring back the Demon after, I don't know, JP, can you find out when the last time we saw Demon? Was it with the Edge?
I think it was a match with Edge, right?
Was it? It's got to be, right? So yeah, I'm gonna go with Demon Finn to win this one.
So I can't quickly look up the Demon real quick, but I can say the last time Finn won a PLE was back in 2022.
That's what I mean. Come on, dude. He needs a.
There might have been some tags.
Can the man have a big win?
But he has not had a one-on-one win since Edge in 2022.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, because again, the Elimination Chamber, he dropped to Punk, he dropped to Damian Priest after they kicked Priest out. Yeah. He dropped to Seth Rollins. So yeah, as much as I think we already joked and said like it almost feels like saying Finn needs this, so he'll get this, right? Sounds like almost like we're screwing ourselves. Yeah, right. You're not going to bring out the Demon, and as you said, it's not like Dom hasn't had his moment before and after this here. I mean, he's still going to technically walk away a champion. Either way, he's got that AAA title still, right? That's still around his waist. So, I mean, and like you said, he had a good Mania last year, and this still, not that losing the spot is that bad either. So, yeah, let's give the Demon, and even as Richie said too, I could see this definitely being a rematch where Dirty will end up maybe winning the end, but the first Demon in however many years, give the Demon.
One thing I meant, by the way, with AAA is they're doing Mask vs. Mask soon. They did set that up. The El Grande Americano versus normal. It was.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So I mean that should be a big thing, but I understand why it's on AAA. But yeah, their show is really good. It's not winner.
Shout out to my niece Aria, who literally met Jade Cargill a couple hours ago. That was a fun photo to see. So we got Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley. I didn't have the heart to tell my niece she's probably gonna lose, in my opinion. What you thinking, Rhonda?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Was that she's gonna lose and Rhea Ripley's gonna win this, and I almost see Bianca Belair coming. Maybe and interfering somehow. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if she's been lightly training. So
yeah, I definitely see Bianca either now or Raw or SmackDown. I feel like Bianca's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway.
Yeah, you could do a situation here where Bianca comes out to kind of even it out against, you could have the BFAB Michin thing, like, interfering, and Bianca makes a big save and kind of evens it out. But I just think that Rhea could win this one and then go to SmackDown for a little while and kind of freshen up her opponents a little bit, just kind of a change of scenery, because then I think she'd have some fresh opponents over there. Julia's over there. JC Jane's been kind of over there. Jordan Grace. I think there's some like fresh opponents for her over there. And a kind of a new change of scenery. Liv and the ladies and Stephanie and Bailey and Lyra, can handle the Raw side of things. I think and Asuka and all them. So I just think it would kind of freshen up a little bit over there. I think she would be more of a fighting champion than Jade, because how many times she defended this title since she won it? Like twice, maybe. So
Jordan? Anyone else? Yeah.
it's like nothing. So yeah, I think Rhea, will take this one, and I don't know if the match is going to be any good or not. We'll see. That's kind of 50-50 up in the air. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, Jade won. Holy shit. Oh my god. This is worse than I thought it was. She won in November, defeated Jordan Grace in February, and I'm done. So she didn't just defend in December, they defended in January, they defended in March, and we'll go to mid-April. Come on, man.
Hey, Nick Aldis, do your job on SmackDown and make her defend her
2
damn
hours,
title.
sometimes 3 hours now of SmackDown.
3 hours of
Like,
SmackDown? Come on. Can she defend it at least once a month?
Yikes.
Come on.
Even like again, this is where I'm like, even throw like a main event bone to like at least let her kill somebody from NXT. Just to at least say she defended the title. Anyway,
Could she not just squash a local competitor?
That's what I'm saying. Something, man. Yeah, because that's weak, man. And to me, that actually really shows that she's not ready for prime time. I think part of the reason is she is kind of like
quick side note. We brought up Jordan
Yeah.
Grace. She did work a dark match the other day, so I think she's close to coming back.
okay.
Yeah,
Well, then,
so she worked a dark match.
If she's working a straight up match, she's ready. Yeah.
Well, I just mean like it was dark match just to make sure she's like nothing happened, she's good, that sort of thing. So
No, I mean it looks like she did a dark match in March and April, so yeah.
Yeah. I think they're just working on her ankle, make sure she's okay, and she'll probably pop back up, very soon. So
she could be ready any moment here, and it's also Mania season, so I can see her being ready for the last couple of weeks. But it's like, hey, we don't have to for you, so we're not gonna, shoehorn you in on TV if we don't have anything for you for Mania anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So. I know. To me, this screams Rhea Ripley to a degree here. Even looking at the title, the lack of title defenses again feels to me that like I'm still not totally sold on Jill. Yeah, she looks Jade. Yeah, she looks like a superstar, but the matches have just been fine. You know what I mean? Even when she was in the tag, Bianca was up with the workhorse of the tag and whatnot. So, I think this is a chance to give the title to somebody that can run with it and have some defenses. And then, like I said, really sold me too on like, hey, throw her on SmackDown. Bam, you just created fresh matches that we haven't seen. So, yeah, Rhea Ripley.
Mm-hmm. When I said a while ago that I don't think Jade's long for WWE, and I think she's using this as a springboard to other stuff like movies.
Maybe.
She did an interview recently. She literally said that. So I think they don't have faith in her ability or to get better. Otherwise, she would be in more matches. So I think, I mean, if she can't get a good match out of Rhea Ripley, then that says something. Rhea Ripley is one of those people that can control a match out for people. I mean, I could see a situation where maybe like Io gets involved, maybe accidentally costs the match, because I think we'll get Rhea Ripley versus Io again at some point, and Rhea Ripley's got to get that win, that elusive win. But I do think we'll get that later down the line, because I think Ripley will have a shot at will have a run at the SmackDown title. That SmackDown was set for a while, and I'd much rather see Rhea Ripley versus Jordan Grace. That's a big money match I don't want to see. So I'll go with Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, I believe it's a dirty sweep.
Dirty sweep.
We got Whoop Dad Trick and Sami Zayn. I believe Sammy's the face and Trick's the heel, but the crowd says differently.
Sammy's a tweener. He's
a tweener right now, yeah.
He's a tweener only because he's getting booed.
No, he's acting. He's definitely acting like
he does act weird backstage. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
That's on me, I think. Yeah, I really wish this was a triple threat with Carmelo, just because I think I think he's earned his spot. Like that dude with all those open challenges, having great matches every week. I just think that dude deserves his WrestleMania payday in his spot. You know what I mean? Even if he wasn't going over, I'm just saying that dude deserves a spot on the card. So I kind of wish there's no other triple threats on the thing. You could have easily had a triple threat match here, and it would have been fine. You know what I mean? And like, look, I know there's one more SmackDown. He could be added. I'm hopeful, but I doubt it. Not at this point. And it's unfortunate though, because I think it could be, and you can still be fun. But but honing in on this, I think you got to go Trick. Trick he's mega over right now. Again, they're treating him like a star. He's got that star aura. If you continue the trend on this one, where you're really going to push your new stars, you need to make new stars and giving them these moments really kind of works for that. So I'm going to whoop that Trick, JPO.
No, I mean, first of all, I'll quickly jump on the bandwagon of Carmelo should have been in here. Not even necessarily saying I'll change the outcome, but like again, look real quick at the thing here. This is it's singles match of Mania. too. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we're gonna have a cool ladder match.
I'm not
for the
opposed to
next
having
2-3
singles
hours.
matches. I like that it's not overloaded with multis, but like here's one where you can easily do a multi, and I'm fine with it. Yeah,
I'm not
do a
saying
triple and I'm
let's
fine.
Tony Khan and
Yeah,
not necessarily add too many, but I'm just saying there's literally 6 matches and 5 are all just singles. This screams could have been a 3-way. Hell, I mean, you got Ilya Dragunov doing jack shit, Alistair Black, Cardona, etc. This could have been a 4-way, if you really wanted to. And a 3-way, I think, would have been an even better match potentially as well. I think Carmelo and these two could have had a really fun dynamic. There's a built-in history or trick. And like we said, won the Andre at the Battle Royal, and unfortunately now is probably going to be either on the undercard, not booked on SmackDown, or in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal again. So that's unfortunate. But yeah, I'll just say, again, quickly say now, Trick Williams, I think, will also walk away with it. Why not? He's super hot. I believe Lil Yachty will most likely be there. He might help. Who knows? So yeah, I'll say Trick. Richie?
Yeah. So just first of all, I think in terms of celebrity involvement, I don't mind Lil Yachty because he does seem like a fan other than some people, a lot of people that would get involved.
Well, and if he just comes out as like a hype man, I'm fine with that. Like just for the entrance, he's not. I don't think he's like gonna get involved in the match. Like I think he's just gonna.
So unlike Pat McAfee, it's not the main event. He's not. Doesn't seem like he's trying to overshadow it. You know what I mean? It seems like he's hyping up Trick. It's a lower card match. He is a fan, so I kind of have no problem with that.
Yeah. Like he seemed to. He pushed back and was pretty offended when fans were like, "Well, why are you in the?" He's like, "No, this is my dream, man. This is I'm at the time of my life."
It looks like he's having fun in there. I liked him in that promo last week.
I might be the outlier here because I think they're gonna maybe cement the double turn, and I think Sami Zayn will cheat to win and be a full-fledged heel, and Trick Williams will be a babyface, and then you can put. I would rather, I'm with you, and I would want Carmelo in here, but I think it wouldn't be the same, but maybe they do the triple threat, in the next pay-per-view, but it should be here. I agree, but I think they submit the double turn and have Sami actually cheat to win, and then in subsequent matches you have a full-on face heel dynamic, and Trick goes over there. But I would like Trick to win here, but I think Sami's win.
No, I mean that is a fair possibility as well, for sure. All right, that is the middle row again.
Ronda.
Oh, Ronda. Sorry.
It's okay. I was gonna vote for Trick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that Trick, baby.
I think he's gonna win.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, we're already there. That's right. Yeah, I forgot the one last match, as I said. So we're already there, baby. Punk and Roman for the World Heavyweight Championship. Technically, the newer title getting kind of technically the biggest spot, in my opinion, the Sunday main event.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, who is it?
You.
Hey, never doubt Roman to a degree, but at the same time, it's my boy. It's Punk. It's his first singles main event. I'm gonna just go with my heart and go with actually what I think is the better choice on multiple levels. Let's go CM Punk and maybe don't give Roman another main event for a little bit. Clear the idea. Richie.
I love both guys. I think the build-up's been actually pretty good. Got me invested in the match of it. I just look at strength of schedule. Like I think Roman Reigns will probably. I don't think he's not around as much. As alluded to. So I think he'll probably leave, do a couple of things, and then come back. Maybe before SummerSlam, but he won't do it. He's not going to be on the road week in, week out throughout the year. I think CM Punk will be more of a kind of workhorse champion, and he'll probably lose. He could lose to a more up and coming guy. Maybe I don't know, maybe like an Oba family. I don't know. I think Punk makes more sense because otherwise you just run into that same problem. Roman Reigns is champion. He's in it on TV. So, I'll go Punk.
Alrighty. Rondo, what you thinking, Punk and Roman?
My head says Roman, but I don't think he's going to win it. I think CM Punk is going to retain, and because Roman's not there a lot, so yeah, CM Punk's going to win.
Yes. Full
Do
personality.
I be that guy like at WrestleMania 39 where I predicted Roman and he won and I was the only one?
It's your fault, right?
I know it's my fault, and you know, and I would not put it past WWE to once again just go back to Roman again. But I feel like we lived through that era. Yeah, he had that long ass reign where he was, you know, defending it once every other month and showing up on TV like once a month, you know, with the thing. Like we lived through that tribal chief era. We had that run. Roman's still kind of a part timer. You know, he shows up and does his work with the promos, and the match will be good. But Punk is just the workhorse. He's there week in and week out. Like we said, he kind of had a main event last year, you know, main event in night one, but this is his first like ever proper like ending WrestleMania main event. You know what I mean? And night two, you know, top of the card. I think you give it to him, you give him the big win, and you know, it's kind of been his full circle sort of dream, and you know, he's finally made that. I think you give it to him. So I would not put it past WWE booking to put it to end with Roman Reigns winning, but you know, and then check text messages to make sure Vince wasn't booking it. But you know, I'll go with my heart and say CM Punk takes it just for scheduling's sake, and yeah, for a guy that's just there all the time doing his thing. Yeah, he deserves it.
How weird it in wrestling that like part of our logic is like we just want the guy that's actually going to show up to win.
The guy that's going to, you know, show up every week and defend the title frequently and just be around at least, you know.
That shouldn't be a thing. We're like, please don't give it to the guy that's not going to show up back until SummerSlam.
There at all, who's not going to defend it for 2 months at a time. Yeah, just I don't know. I give me the guy who defends it pretty frequently, like at least once a month, you know. And it's just
at the very least
television. He's cutting promos every week on TV. He shows up every week. You know, he's happy to be there. You know, doing his thing. Like, yeah, give it to that guy who's there. Yeah. Now, quick question: 7 on first night, 6 on second. Do they add a last minute match here on night 2? Do we add?
So as Richie said, they're teasing maybe Io and Asuka. I think that would make the most sense.
That would make the most sense because you only got one women's match on this second
one women's match. Like what also has just been built enough? Like I mean,
yeah, I would hope they would because I would like to see Io, another person like Carmelo. Io goes from last year having what arguably was the match of the night with that Bianca and Rhea triple threat match, right? Like everybody said, like maybe the best women's match ever in WrestleMania history. How do you not have her on the card this year? How do you not do that? So I'm hoping that, you know, on the SmackDown or whatever, it gets booked at some point and they just go ahead and do it.
No, we're going to get Jelly Roll versus Pat McAfee. They're going to build it up on night 1, do it on night 2.
But I mean, Io and Asuka, even then, give those ladies 15 minutes. They're going to put on a banger. It's going to be good. You know, like I'd love to see it. And even it out 7 and 7. Why not?
I'm thinking about it. Let's see if I can. Am I able to go back and forth?
Yeah.
Nope, that's something else. Okay. So, like time wise, like I can't see this being necessarily much longer than this. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure will take some
because
time.
I don't think Brock and Oba is going to go 30 minutes. I think it's going to be like a 10-minute sprint of throwing people around. The ladder match will be 15, 20.
20-ish.
You know? Yeah, with the entrances.
I think Jade and Rhea is going to be another 10-ish. Like
I could see Finn and Dom going 15-ish.
Crazy long.
15, so 10, 15. Trick and Sammy again, 10, 15. Punk and Reigns will go a half an hour, probably at least, with all the shenanigans, you know, whatever.
But not necessarily any longer.
Yeah,
though,
would it hurt to add a 15-minute Io and Asuka match? Like you could squeeze that in easily, 100%.
The only other like match I can think of, and it's not built as much, and they seem to have dropped it, is Julia and Tiffany Stratton.
That's barely been like.
I know, but
that seems more random than even like. I know, sadly, that's a title match, so like in a way, I want to root for that more. But like,
it is weird that they kind of like they were building towards it, and then they're like, nah.
But I mean, you look at Raw. They had the other backstage thing where Asuka was kind of taunting her again. Kyrie, again, Asuka helped Kyrie screw over Io on Monday. How do you not finally have Io just flip her shit and be like, God damn it, I need this match at Mania. Like, I need
unless
Asuka.
They plan for more shenanigans on Sunday, unless that's like the big like Danhausen Cena day. I don't know.
Yeah. So
on paper, sounds like it's quite possible.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, I'd like to see it.
It's a rematch between Shane McMahon and The Miz. And
God, he is doing photo ops at the World. So he's in Vegas, y'all. Shane is there.
Oh boy.
I mean, we could see something like a kind of like an impromptu like 2-minute match with like Miz and Danhausen.
That's super possible. 100% possible.
So, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, let's add EO. Why not? Even it out 7-7. Get her on the damn show. Like I'd like to see it. So yeah, there's a story right there. But yeah, so there's your WrestleMania. Yeah, another loaded show, 2 nights. 6. Hey, I do like the 6 p.m. start time. I don't mind that. So because even if you go, a 4-hour, show, like ending at 10 p.m. Eastern, I'm fine with that. So, sounds good to me. But yeah, what are your guys' WrestleMania watch plans? Doing it here? I know we were waiting. Ron and I, we go to the Regal a lot. They're only showing it, oddly enough. They're only showing night 2 at the movie theater, not night 1. It's kind of odd. It was a little weird. We're not necessarily wanting to pay $25 to go see it. We were kind of seeing if like other people buy tickets for it, so at least get shown and then like sneak in there. Buy a ticket for Mario, go watch it on the big screen, sort of thing. If not, we'll sit here with you guys and do our thing. But just throwing that around there, see what happens.
Yeah, no, definitely no. Well, yeah, someone will be streaming it, as in like their friend group. So yeah, if you're available, hell yeah.
Yeah. No, we'll throw and kind of see what happens. But yeah, all right. So that is your WrestleMania. Anything else we need to cover? I think we kind of covered, most of the.
No, just hey, whatever you're watching this weekend, have some fun. Show some love to some indies. Check them out. There's some free stuff on YouTube. There's stuff on IWTV title match.
If you've never done the Triller thing, you can do like the 1 week, I think, a free promo week, so you could like one up.
Yeah, if you've never done it, I know. I always try just in case they forget I was a member, but now they remember.
Hey, like, hey, Rhonda, you never used your email on there. You want to do a free trial on your email account? And then cancel that. Cancel that thing. Cancel it a week later, and but even then, it's like what, $7.99 for the Triller TV.
Yeah, it ends up being $8-9. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You do it for a month. Do it for a month.
There was times, man. Like I said, that's kind of a because again, like that House of Glory, I don't know, it's 15 or 20. That's just for that $10 for literally like a bunch of shows and archives and stuff. Even like if you have it for a month at the very least, if you don't do the free trial, then you can watch the next GCW event if you want to.
Yeah. So it's worth it if you want to check out some. See who's popping around on the indies. Who some of the big stars are. It's a good time to get a good overview of the showcase. People, if you've never seen people like like Michael Oku, the guys like that who are popping in and out of those shows. A couple of those showcase guys. So happy WrestleMania wrestling season. I hope we talked about next year. I hope those indie groups come together and do some kind of, I don't know, Wrestle Weekend, like some kind of fan appreciation weekend somewhere, in some big metropolitan area and kind of do a similar thing. Not going to Saudi, obviously, next year, but maybe get together and just kind of, hey, let's just all get together and decide on a city and figure something out. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
They decided to do that.
Nick Khan came out and said, "Oh yeah, but we're still going ahead. The vocal minority, it's a vocal minority that's against the Saudi thing." I'm like, yeah, but like you're in the middle of like a war. I mean, it's not like around, but like it's still like, there's still like, kind of bombs getting decepted. I'm like, I don't know, man. Like maybe just wait and see how what the temperature is.
But Richie. Money.
But Richie, $200 million profit. But Richie,
and then we only need to pay the wrestlers 15%.
Are the crowd wanting to?
But Richie, I got the clip I planned. But Richie.
I don't want to do the Nick Khan sometimes.
Are the crowd gonna want to like go to a show? It's like could be a and like like a I don't know,
hostile
man.
situation, a hostile situation or hostile area. The
No, obviously,
world.
I'll
Yeah.
never wish for war, but that would be interesting if like it like really escalated like the month of, and like all the wrestlers back out, and all the WWE's just kind of fucked.
Yeah,
You know,
just WrestleMania
Yeah,
completely
yeah,
falls apart.
come to the
Yeah.
Thunderdome in Orlando, oh please! Like
Yeah.
they have to pivot to like the Thunderdome or something.
You have to go to New Orleans. Like, no, you had your chance. You had your
You had your
chance.
chance in New Orleans, yeah.
LA.
No, I mean, it was funny. It's like, yeah, had they stuck to their original plans, you remember it was going to be in New Orleans, and I might have even been there right now in a hotel room, like streaming this from a hotel room right now. Like, not necessarily maybe showing the money for Mania, but I would have been going to some of those shows, like going.
I was gonna say, yeah,
to
you might have
GCW.
just been me and Richie now. You might have been actually at WrestleCon or something.
Yeah, I might have been actually at a few of those shows right now, just like having fun at wrestling shows, because that's like about an 8-hour drive, not bad. Days drive, not too bad. I would have done it, 100%, even just to go to the indie shows and then just kind of watch WrestleMania later. Because I enjoyed that stuff when I did go to the 2 Manias in Orlando, and I know JB, I think you were at least one or two of those as well. The 2 they did in Orlando, the first one I ever did was right when I was in the middle of my like reffing, so like I was going to like Ring of Honor, knew half the people, working the show and the ring crew and everything, just kind of hanging out, having a good time. We did like a big vintage show that weekend that I worked and ref for. Like we did a bunch. I did the Frank Goodman show that worked whatever it was that weekend. So like I was working, and that was fun.
Frank Goodman alumni.
Working that fairgrounds that I used to work at out there, and I did the vintage show in that same gym. They did the Ring of Honor show right next to the kind of arena right there. So it's always a good atmosphere just with all the wrestling fans, hanging out and kind of just enjoying, hanging out with each other and having fun with wrestling. So I do hope that next year, I don't know, something can come together and they could give it a kitschy name. I don't know, fan appreciation weekend or something, whatever you want to call it.
You can actually sit down. Yeah, I'm sure wrestle.
Whatever. Whatever city you decide to do it in. Some city that everybody can get to.
I mean, I would even if I was like WrestleCade, maybe I'd be thinking about let's call it WrestleCade. Do it,
WrestleCade,
whatever. Starcast again with Conrad.
Yeah,
come on out to Starcast.
Yeah, so
if you want to stick to AEW, just organize something. Let's do a fan.
That's what I'm saying. If I was AEW, I would team up with GC. I'd just have everyone team up. Maybe not TNA, unfortunately, but everyone else team up. Yeah.
Have AEW loan out its talent. To the shows. Maybe
even have an AEW. Have that be like the Saturday main event, an AEW show, a straight up AEW show.
Yeah, I mean, even if it was
really
just
try to draw.
it doesn't necessarily have to be a pay-per-view. You could do a special Dynamite Collision, whatever, something.
I actually got confused because I kept getting the emails that like Stairway to Hell or whatever, because it looked like a pay-per-view, but I guess it's just a Collision title. So that's screwed. I was like, is there 2 pay-per-views in May?
Yeah,
but I didn't see the Collision on there.
Do your this like spring break thing they did. Do like another spring breaky thing somewhere, like some whatever, and have that be a centerpiece instead, like a 2-day thing, and then
instead of Mania, have that Collision,
and then have a few of those. Tony Khan doesn't seem to mind his talent going to work the indie shows for extra paydays too. Obviously, we talked about Bandito and Brody King and Jet Speed and some of those guys all working shows. Like
I will say though, if you ever want to like sneakily try to get money off your friends, watch it like an indie show, like during Mania weekend, and just always bet on the AEW guys to win, because 9 times out of 10 they win. All night long, it was like, who's going to win, the AEW guy or the non-AEW guy? AEW guy every time.
Right. But even then, a lot of those indie guys are happy to work like talent like that.
Oh no, it's a fun match. The fans wouldn't get to see otherwise. It's a coup for the guy. So that's what I was saying with Bear Bronson MJF, like that's TNA.
You don't think like Bear Bronson would be just happy to even work at the AEW World Champion, like across from him? Yeah,
that's just them missing out at the end of the day,
Yeah, that's just
AEW. Bear Bronson like a beer guy.
Yeah,
and it's funny we're talking about across from because like a few months ago, or not a few months ago, no, like less than a year ago, Bear Bronson was an AEW guy. Now he can't wrestle them. Like Bear Bronson, and now, because he's just, he left and went to TNA. Oh no, we can't. No, we can't have him wrestle at MJF. It's like, well, why? I don't know. It's all silly. Anyway.
All right, yeah. So let's wrap it up there. Kind of covered everything. So we'll just see how everything plays out and see what happens. And yeah, we'll see what happens at the Raw After Mania. Although, see, the Raw After Mania hasn't felt like the Raw After Mania in a long time. I don't feel like they do something.
Yeah, and occasionally, and yeah, I would say about half the time, and it's like, but nothing happened. Yeah.
The last couple of years, you go, oh, who's going to get called up? And that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll kind of see how that plays out, but it's usually in the same place and whatnot. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens on SmackDown if anything comes out. If they end up adding match, we'll make our predictions behind the scenes. Do our thing, and I'll add it to the sheet. But yeah, and we'll see what happens. Is there anything we want to do, like a special tiebreaker for? Because we know the opener, so that's not a thing.
Can we give the tiebreaker to who watches the most wrestling this week? Because I'm at 10 shows already.
10 shows. Jeez.
Anyone can get that tiebreaker?
Okay, but how many of them have you half fallen asleep to while you've been watching them?
Because I'm streaming.
Okay,
only like
many?
3.
Okay, I'm just throwing that out there. You watched
I will admit,
every
I did
match
not
and
finish Mosher and Mosh and Thrasher and Hornswoggle. I don't know who won that match.
Okay.
They fought Rhino and Heath Slater. That's the match.
Okay.
I kind of want to see that.
I mean, we've got enough differences here, and actually with these things where we get the extra.
I
roster
predict
pick.
Oba and Brock will open, and I predict I Show Speed will open.
Yeah, right. Well, it doesn't really matter if we tie. It doesn't matter because whoever wins, everybody gets one, so it's fine. It's a big deal. So yeah, well, let's wrap it up there, and we'll call it a night, and we'll get back to the wrestling. So JPO, yeah, you're a busy man. What do you got going on? And yeah, besides watching a lot of wrestling, what you gonna go?
What? That's all I have.
Nothing besides wrestling. Yeah,
I'm gonna watch at least show number 11 probably now, and try to get a little bit of sleep. So I watch number 12 tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, besides that, no, I put most things on hold to focus on wrestling this week.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to the trivia match soon. Don't worry, Richie. Trivia at 8, and I was like, oh, I put that for tonight. Yeah, let's not do that.
Let's wait till next week, till all the wrestling's done and over with, and we'll get back to the usual
then I'm all hardcore trivia. You know me.
Yeah. Catch up on long time, first time, all all that shit. Let's get
I was gonna try to squeeze that in, and like the one guest was like iffy, and the other I was like, all right, let me just fucking do wrestling.
Sure.
Because I knew I was going to put a couple hours aside for this. Definitely wanted to get my marks talk in there with you all. But yeah, Pierce Wrestling Channel. So very close in that tournament here. A couple more matches to go, and then we wrap up that puppy. And you know what that means? Once we're done with that tournament, we go back to movies for the tag tournament because the trivia don't stop till 6 in the morning. And but yeah, have fun watching wrestling this weekend. If you're in Vegas, have some fun attending some events. I know if you watch wrestling trivia, Joey Suba, I think is up in there. Like I said, my brother and my niece are there. Yeah, so have fun virtually or physically at some Mania stuff this week, y'all.
Yeah, hopefully it's not your last chance to go to Mania after the Saudi thing. So really come back to the States after that. Yeah, we'll see what happens with Richie.
Yeah, you can find me on and you can find me Little Movies. Next week we'll be talking 310 to Yuma, the remake with Christopher.
Might be my favorite Western.
Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, I've seen it. I haven't busted out my 4K yet, so I'll do that next week, and I'll bust that out.
Yeah. So check that out. Tag team match.
Laser disc.
Tag match. We'll book it at some point.
I should get back to that chat.
Yeah.
Add me back.
Also, I did just quickly shout out to Abyss that appeared on TNA. Dang it. Hey, Abyss.
Yeah, like okay, but they literally paid off like a gimmick from like 15 years ago when like he James Mitchell like turned on him, and I'm like, wow, they're paying off a 2007 storyline or something. That's crazy.
But yeah, and then just all the other trivia spaces sometimes. But yeah, I'm on the wrestling tournament. I'll be around 2 of that. Wrestling trivia, so check that out. And yeah,
all right, cool. And as far as us goes, we do have one more tournament tomorrow night. over on the Movie Hero Network. Luke and Owen Wilson scoring off. So their filmographies. Yeah, wow.
I know. I almost wanted to do that, but I was like, if I can.
No, it's going to be very Wes Anderson heavy because there are a lot of Wes Anderson movies. So if you like Wes Anderson, quite a few of those tilling around. Yeah. And then next week on the Movie Hero Network, we'll be starting our next edition of our ladder series, 1983, 1982. So we'll be hitting some more 80s movies. And then my monthly mistake will be next week, next Saturday, because I told him, no Mania. We ain't doing it Night of Mania, brother. I'm not doing it no way. Sorry, it's off limits. But we are doing a April Fool sort of a comedy, doing disaster movie, the Freeburg Seltzer terrible reference movie. I refuse to call it a parody movie. It's a reference movie. So
I like that.
It's a reference movie. That's what it is. There's no parody elements whatsoever in this movie.
Look, it's Dane Cook. Look, it's pirates.
Look, it's Iron Man. Got squashed by a building. Yeah, that's not a parody. That's not a joke. Anyways.
It has like a deep cut, like American Idol reference. I was like, God damn. You're really just doing whatever's hot at the moment.
Yeah, right. And then, of course, like Rich said, Wheel of Movies, 310 to Yuma next week. And that'll be before Lonely Marks. And, of course, we'll be right back here. Breaking down all the fantasy scores. I'm going to go four shows off the log for fantasy. So, we got SmackDown, Raw, 2 nights of Mania, so anything can happen there. And then we'll break down both nights, and it'll just be all Mania and all the fallout from that. So
hopefully Pez wins that, so he can drop some people to get some point.
I was started off hot, and now I'm trailing back in fourth place now. So, I mean, and I don't think I have like a bad roster. It's just all my people on the road to WrestleMania just been cutting promos, so nobody's wrestling right now. So it just is what it is. We'll see what happens, and we'll break it all down next week. So we'll wrap it up there. Happy WrestleMania season, everybody. So we'll call it a night. So for JPO, for Richie, for Rhonda, right next to me, I am Austin Pez Howell, and we'll see you guys next week on the Lonely Marks. Bye.